dun.
Yo, what up?
Oof woos. How are you, love?
Am I think?
You think? You're not sure?
No, I spent last 2 nights drinking.
I've been trying to lurk. I've been trying to be a lurking little creeper.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh, I thought my mic was fucking up.
No. Hi, Sherbert. Yes? Okay, I'll touch you. Cute little kitty. My sweet little kitty. Sweet little Sherbert. Oh yeah, I figured a bunch of people have joined. Be something good to archive as well. Other people can come across it.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it would be interesting to explain the auras.
And no matter what, I love you the same no matter what, alright?
Come here. Come here.
Anybody
you
who doesn't, fuck them.
Huh?
Anybody who doesn't, fuck them.
Oh, so I did my first accidental 12-hour stream the other day. And I might have drank an entire fifth in that night.
Was that the fifth you were talking about?
That was the fifth.
I was trying to piece two and two together, but I was so exhausted, my brain just wasn't.
Yeah.
Gears were spinning, but nothing was connecting.
Yep, that was the fifth I had finished. My husband was a little mad with me. You can't blame him. It was supposed to last me 3 days.
Damn it.
Yeah, it didn't go well. Gonna grab my vape pen. Love you, handsome. My sweet, sweet husband. Puts up with my shenanigans for some reason.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans! Hey, what's the name of that one restaurant you like so much?
Exactly.
I guess they're the same group that did Super Troopers and stuff has some other weird movie coming out soon. My husband tried getting me to watch the trailer.
As much as people are gonna hate me for saying this, Super Troopers 2 was garbage.
I can see that. I feel like
it didn't encapsulate what the original had.
Mm-hmm. That type of stuff, I just feel like.
But then again, the humor of it, just, like, outdated humor can be funny if it came out around the time that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Super Troopers just wasn't it.
Nope, I think Super Troopers should have stayed as this a one shot and just.
Yeah, the second one, it had potential. It just didn't do it. They tried too hard. Like most of these extremely comedic movies, like look at Ghostbusters 1. It didn't try too hard to be funny. It just was.
It was a great movie. It was an awesome writing.
Right, and then you have 2016.
Yeah, I still want to watch it just to see how horrible it was.
Don't. They tried to off-rep most of their jokes, and it just wasn't good.
Ah, there we go. Finally, my goddamn nails. There we go. Sorry. ADHD aside. So, Jay, I've explained a little bit of myself to you, haven't I? I know you've been here for a little bit of the couple conversations.
Maybe?
Yeah.
My memory is absolute ass, so.
Oh, okay. No. These probably be things you definitely remember.
Well, probably once you start saying it, I'll remember. But I always hear things and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then I just forget about them. Like, I consciously, forget about it so I don't think about it all that often. But it's there, if that makes sense.
Slowly dying. Well, anyway, so some fun news. Well, I'll wait to see if anybody else shows up. I'm getting my first adult avatar hopefully made today. Or at least pieced together. So I can run around and be a weirdo with jiggle physics in VR.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. It will be wonderful. Oh yeah, I don't know really how long the stream will be. It just depends on how many people show up and want to ask questions or not. Things will be weird. Maybe not all as weird as I think they will be, but weird. But how has the J been? How are the children?
They're good.
All 12 of them?
There's not 12 of them.
It's 11.
No, it's 7. There's a difference.
There's a difference, yes.
There's a huge difference.
But nobody's gotten sick with these temperature changes or anything?
No.
Oh, that's good. I assume that would just rip through the house terribly.
Except it doesn't.
No? Children are so dirty. Dirty.
That's what happens when you have good immune systems.
Yeah. No, that was definitely one thing I definitely did not have. Yeah, no, I never. Immune system. Oh, it was terrible growing up as a kid. As my mom was a shit mom. Absolute shit. My mom was 15 when she had me. She was just a child herself, very rebellious. My mom was dating like a really nice guy, and my grandma told her, "Is like, okay, you better not date this kid because he's a bad kid." So my mom broke up with the nice kid to date the shit kid.
What the fuck?
Just out of spite for my grandma.
What the fuck did I just walk into?
You get to learn of Aura.
Yeah,
Well, of course I get to learn of you. Gladly.
It's gonna be a wonderful, horrible time. I promise.
Well, shit, it's gonna be a wonderful time for me.
No, it will not. I promise.
Bullshit. I get to learn something about a new friend.
Uh-huh. It's sad, terrible stuff.
Sad.
She put a message about what she was talking about.
Yeah. Yep, we're gonna learn why I am me.
How about me? I'm always glad to learn new things.
The lovely disaster of Aura's life. So as I was explaining, my mom was 15 when she had me. My father was a 19-year-old Jehovah's Witness.
Ooh.
Yeah, my sperm donor's a Jehovah.
That's a lot. I've never dealt with Jehovah's Witnesses before.
Oh, the terrible things we've done to Jehovah's Witnesses as well, because we were tried to be nice. We tried. It ended up with a chalk outline of the middle sister with red paint and knives through the pamphlet on the porch. They informed my mother that I apparently required therapy, in which she kindly let them know I was already in. Anyway, mother helped.
I say, you joking on that? Are you serious?
No, that's what we did. They stopped.
Oh.
See, we had a funny approach to Jehovah's Witness. Well, we have. So it depends on who answers the door.
Right.
My oldest child pulls what I pull when people that I don't know answer the door. And it's, you can see me. And that is that. I have never been prouder.
Aww.
Always do it with my pants down. I make sure the kids aren't around and I just pants down.
That's what you call getting an eyeful.
Uh-huh. I've met some pretty nice Jehovah's. Some of them have been nice, you know. It's, hey, I work third shift. These people in our apartment also work third shift. Please don't bother them. And they've been actually pretty chill about that type of stuff. So that was nice. So yeah, my father left when I was 6 months old. I didn't actually know he existed until I was like 12. I think I got my first phone call. No, letter. I got my first letter from him. Apparently he had left the crazy lady after he had cheated on the crazy lady, knocked another lady up. I have 2 sisters in Germany.
Wow. So
In Germany.
Yes.
In other words, he was a Herman, more like a Jody.
But I got to meet one. I was super excited to actually meet the one. She's an absolute sweetheart. I liked her fiance. He was an absolute sweetheart as well. He was funny. I'd never seen a man so enthusiastic about shopping.
Hey, we're supposed to be enthusiastic.
What's up? Oh,
We're supposed to be enthusiastic about that?
I guess so. Apparently, the man loved his clothes shopping. But again, I lived and grew up in I guess a higher middle class town. Bunch of rich people and stuff like that. One city is entirely built off of mob money. It is its entire existence.
So Boston, got it.
Good old Michigan by the Bay. One of the churches had been discovered. They found the hidden well that was in the church that was also turned into a boarding school. But yeah, they found tons of baby bodies down in the bottom of the well.
Oh, okay.
Fun times.
The church is pro-life. Remember this.
Are they?
Yeah.
They?
Oh.
Okay, so I have to ask this question real quick about the babies in the well. This is just, or you know what I do, and you know why this is important. Do we know like how long the bodies were down there?
A very long time. Probably when they were re-educating the Indians.
Okay.
Whoa, wait a minute, that long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay, that explains a lot more. Okay.
And then again, it was a Catholic boarding school where I think all of the children that did end up there either ended their existence or ended up in a loony bin with a lot of mental health because they were assaulted by everybody that worked for the church there. So many of those babies were also thrown down the well.
I mean, if it's as I'm thinking of, yeah, that kind of matches the track.
It's just how history is. I can eventually find the article of it. My grandmother has sent it to me and stuff like that. It is a real article. It exists. I can find it.
Oh no, I was just curious about how long those bodies were potentially down there.
Yeah. Very, very, very old building. Beautiful building.
Because that gives a lot of information.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we'll start with, so yeah, I more or less grew up fatherless. My mother was a slut. Just couldn't keep her legs closed whatsoever. I mean, my grandmother had come to me, left alone in the crib while my mother snuck out and stuff like that. And like, I was just an infant. My grandmother did give my mother the choice, is you can either make the choice, I can take the baby, or you raise the baby. So my mother chose to keep me. Grandma and Grandpa would have been more than happy to have us, which, spoilers, they got us anyways.
Ah.
Yeah, good old.
I'd like being raised by them, honestly. I think that's where I get my old-fashioned values. As to what went wrong with the middle sister, we are still unsure. But fuck her existence.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll get to that one. Yeah, fuck her existence. So, what is it? I was about 4, and we ended up in California. No, I was 2. Because the middle sister was born. I was 2 years old when we moved out to California. We lived on Navy housing. My sister's dad was, well, a Navy man. So we lived there. Lots of cats. Tons of cats. I don't know where I got my crazy cat lady tendencies from. It did not involve that my mother fed every single one of those fucking cats.
Definitely didn't come from that.
No, not at all. Love those fucking cats. I think the one memory I have is holding this giant ass big fluffy orange boy. Sweetest little thing. I loved him. He was huge. He was like the size of me.
I thought that if you put a cat in a dishwasher, it would clean it because dishwashers clean dishes.
Hey, hold up. You mean tell me you was holding a real life O'Malley the Alley cat?
Yes. Oh, I've owned many of strays in my life. Lots of strays.
She takes him in off the street. I see it all the time on her social media.
You did not get that Disney reference.
I know O'Malley the Alley cat. Everybody wants to be a cat. Hi.
Yes. On the cat. Where is that?
Exactly.
The last time I saw any scene from The Aristocrats was a song played with Dragula by Rob Zombie played over it.
Funny.
I don't think I've legitimately seen that since I was like 5.
Oh, it's right up your alley. It's such a cute little movie, all bright, and it's match your personality wonderfully.
Great, cool. So what you're telling me is watch it with a 12-gauge shot.
It's a cute movie. Art style is really good. Very well done.
Also, staying off track here for a second.
Not a problem.
Because I've been forgetting to message you this, and I'm going to do this now before I forget. Can you send me the link to Jesus Christ Vampire?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Wonder if we
Because
should watch
I've been
that
trying
again.
to tell a coworker about this fucking movie, and he doesn't believe me it exists.
Alright. Oops, no. Yes, you do. The Vampire Hunter.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
That was
Oh,
also.
no.
I have not watched that one yet, but
Oh no, this is Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Jesus
It's
got jumpy.
effectively the same premise, but no budget and very, very bad script writing. You don't know us yet because we haven't met, but we're the atheists
I love
in the clown car Jeep. In the motherfucking clown car Jeep, man. It was, oh my god.
They were using the lesbians to make the atheists.
The skin of dead lesbians left the fire so on daylight.
It was a horrible and wonderful movie. Alright.
Wasn't it Billy Vegas stars as himself or some shit?
I honestly don't remember. I have posted it up in pics and vids.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Because he doesn't believe me that this was a real movie.
Yes, it is. It is a real movie, and we watched it.
Oh,
This
we
whole
did.
thing through.
Yeah. Jesus with the dumpy.
Jesus with the dumpy.
I think that's the only time we have been disappointed by a woman with an ass.
True, actually. Who knows? Maybe we'll watch that movie again for Easter. I think that'd be fun.
Oh, please let it be on like a Tuesday or a Friday when I can be here for it.
All right, I'll do my best. I'll try to set it up so we can like get at least four new victims in it.
Because that shit was hilarious.
Oh, it was an amazing movie.
I volunteer as tribute.
you can also join us for Sharkula. It's a great movie too.
Oh god, no.
Whoa!
Why won't anybody love Sharkula with me? It was an excellent movie.
I hated it. I didn't even watch it with you, but I've seen the movie. I hated it.
That was a lovely, terrible time. Hi, Sherbert.
I'm about to say, who in the Rudy Poo is Sharkula?
Sharkula is Sharkula.
That's all you need to know.
Turn
and that's all you're better
Dracula
off
into his
knowing.
bitch.
That's all you need to know is that he's Sharkula. All right. Remember Sharktopus? Yeah, it's worse than Sharktopus.
Oh God, you had to bring up Sharktopus. Fuck me sideways. Hell no, that was terrible.
Yep. But,
I can't fuck you sideways. I'm married. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll find
What?
somebody. But yes. By the way, you hate.
What?
Come on, Jay.
What's this unfortunately shit?
Come on, Jay. You know you want to be tormented by me sometime.
No.
Watching. Oh wait, are you gonna join us for the porn and chicken night?
The what and who to what?
Porn and chicken night.
Probably
You know
not.
I am.
Oh.
Duh.
We're gonna watch Edward Penis Hands.
Definitely not.
Alright, so I guess I should continue to explain to us why I am the way I am.
Yeah. After getting sidetracked onto Edward Peters.
Either way, I'll pull Fred Rogers. I like you just the way you are.
One day I'll love myself. One day. But yes, so California is where all my hell started.
So the first 2 years of your life were good.
I started at 3, was the actual hell, but I was too young to comprehend the rest of the hell that was taking place around. So, my mother, again, a slut. That's what she did. Sex in the pool would leave the kids inside alone. I've been apparently caught multiple times wandering in the streets by myself. By again, I'm 2. I actually remember going through the house crying, looking for my mom. And come to find out, she was in a pool with a whole bunch of guys, swimming around. Nobody was home. Nobody. So my mother, one of the other fun events that took place was, my baby sister started crawling. The door was left open. We lived on the second story. We don't know how long I lied there, but I was on my stomach when they showed up, holding my baby sister by the ankle, because she had tumbled off of the balcony.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hell nah.
I think I busted my shoulder while I was there too at 3. Got locked in the room because mom was whoring around, and stepdad came home, and she wasn't there. Come to find out, by the way, apparently she was sleeping with his brother. But yeah, locked me and my sister in the room. I tried to bash the door down, and yeah, fucked up my shoulder apparently really bad. I remember going to Disney World and busted one wrist. It wasn't my mom's fault, actually. It was she. By the way, never hold your children's hands by the hands. Grab them by the wrist, please. Because little tiny wrists are fragile. So I wanted to go see Shamu. Well, we weren't going that direction. So I tugged one way, mom tugged the other way, and snap it went. The second wrist was broken. Well, my mom and my stepdad were swinging me, grabbing me by the hands, and snapped went my other wrist.
Wait, swinging as in fun swinging, or swinging as in
like swinging, like you pick your kid up between you and you swing them back and forth. Yeah, having fun at the park and stuff like that. But yep, snap went the other wrist.
Why you broke your wrist like that? Dios mío.
Children's bodies are fragile. I was 2.
Shit, you couldn't tell me that.
One of my favorite stories to tell is the scar on my forehead. It's just hidden right in my hairline. So, my mother was dumb, and we had a waterbed. Little bitty kid's waterbed. Because that's what you had in the 80s and 90s. Late 80s. So I decided to take my little princess plastic chair, and I sat on it. And then tumbled forward. Bashed my head onto the footboard. Cracked my head open. I'm bleeding. I'm screaming. Mom runs in. Off to the ER we go. Doctor's sitting with me, you know, cleaning it up and everything. I'm fine, honestly. I'm handling this apparently like a champ. And then it starts bleeding. Like, I feel the blood run down, and I start freaking out. Now, for some reason, the doctor goes, "Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I just cut my finger. It's fine. I'm just gonna stitch it up." So he stitched up my forehead. Not a whimper out of me.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's only when you see the blood it's a problem.
It's very true though, isn't it, with kids?
Oh yeah.
And also the reaction of the parent freaking out is a trigger to most kids. Oh, I should be sad. So
Yeah.
it is psychological stuff with children is interesting and fascinating. Humans are fascinating and horrible things.
Exactly. I mean, hell, I went down the stairs in my roller when I was a toddler. And my father left the door open, so it's like one of them glass screen doors. Next thing you know, I go upside down the brick steps, doom, on my head.
Oh.
I look up at him while he's on the porch. He said, "Boy, you better not cry. You better dry them tears up. Otherwise, I'll give you a reason to cry." I did not shed a tear, but I still got a damn soft spot in my head from it though.
Oh yeah, fuck that shit. Oh, parents are wonderful sometimes.
I don't know. Apparently, when I was found in that car accident when I was 5 or I'm sure I've told you about that.
I think so.
Yeah. Apparently, I wasn't crying or nothing. I was just confused.
I can get that.
No one understood what was going on because there I was just chilling. Like,
Hanging out.
wait, what
chilling.
happened?
Bad things happened.
What happened?
Yeah. I'll share my fun car accident story later. That was when I was 5, 6. Somewhere around then. It was between traveling from Michigan to California. That was a fun trip. I hated those trips. We drove all the time. The airlines were not as bad. So my mom eventually started getting a babysitter. It was one of her friends. I've given a description of this man, and my mom knows exactly who the person is. Obviously, I have no idea. We've never met him ever again, nor ever will. So he called himself Batman. Would inform me apparently that Batman would burn down my house if I ever told anybody about what was going to happen. It was interesting. He also brought this hooker over quite often.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. I knew she was a hooker the way she was dressed. But yes, apparently I started learning to give blowjobs at the age of 3. Sex became a very much normal part of my life from then until 9. But yeah, we couldn't figure out for the longest time why I was terrified of men with beards. Like, I wouldn't even let the doctor touch me. I'd scream hysterically. But yeah, this apparently happened on several occasions. Even happened when my mom and stepdad were in the house fighting for their lives with each other. Because I guess my sister's dad was planning to take us, and obviously mom was saying no. She's on his back, screaming, fighting, biting, and everything like that. We're taken to the back room. Which, hooray. The weird foster government buildings are shit back then.
Don't worry, they're still shit now.
Yeah, I think there was a bunch of children sleeping on mattresses in the hallway and stuff like that, or just on the floor. Me and my sister were stuck in a crib. I was shoved into a diaper. By the way, I'm 5. I am potty trained. I am given a bottle and forced to shit myself because they didn't want to send care for us. Thank God Grandma and Grandpa showed up the next day. Hence, Mother had lost custody now. She had to go through therapy and stuff like that for a bit because of that whole thing. She was in jail. She kind of got custody back to us. But the ordeal was never learned of. But hence the ensuing of my family trying to figure out what was wrong with me. Also, come to find out, my mother never fully treated my ear infections. I was practically deaf, so I had tubes in my ear. Both of them.
Oh.
I had the speech of a 3-year-old. Barely even that. I used to be able to make coherent sentences, and that was all lost. So that was fun. So speech therapy. I loved that lady. She was the sweetest lady. Absolute sweetheart. I loved her.
I hated my speech therapist.
Yeah, I liked mine. She even, do you ever remember those little, plaster little figurines you could get in tea boxes?
Yes.
Yes, she would give me hers. I had a whole collection of them. She is also the reason I like figs. She would bring me dried figs, she would bring me fresh figs, and stuff like that. So what was it? I was 6 when the stepfather came in. I think so. Yeah, it wasn't very long after. So that ensued. Come to find out, the other children in the house were also being molested by their mother, but it was never found that also the father was doing so. Which ensued a very weird relationship with one of my stepbrothers. Which I think he was 5 years older than me. But yes, that ensued, kind of. But that is where I ended up discovering not discovering that my dislike to oral sex came from. I also cannot watch FIFO Goes West. Unfortunately, because it's a good movie. It's really cute. The art style is really nice. I told you, this wasn't going to be a fun, lighthearted conversation. The origins of Aura.
An origin story, if you will.
Boo! Boo!
I'm sorry, it was right there. It was right there. You would have made the same joke.
I was actually working on making the same joke. You beat me to it.
Don't you boo me.
Boo! But it was also in the times that we were trying to figure out my ADHD. That was also fun. We moved a bunch of different houses. The last house I remember living in, we had to have a gutter system inside because the roof leaked really bad. And so we had to do that, or else the shit was going to be trashed in the house. But yeah, I remember my stepsister trying to. She stole my Sega Genesis controller. She tried bribing me to offer me favors to get my controller back, which I was smart enough to just not go for that one. Which is come to find out that her father was doing the same to her, and which was ensued to me. I don't think my littlest sister, or the middle sister at that point, was involved. That was the second stepfather, in which he was waiting for his children to become of age. Which is, by the way, just when you start your period.
Yeah.
According to him. That was also fun. But yes, so one of my stepbrothers actually saved us from that whole situation. He ended up witnessing it, I think, from one of us. I think it might have been the middle sister he witnessed. He tried his best to stop the situation, couldn't, and so he ran away from the house. He was gone for about 3 days, and he shows up at my grandma's and explains what was going on. So obviously grandma rushes over and grabs us children and explains the whole thing to mom. Mom's like, all right, yep, fine, take them. Don't want them here. Took the other kids out of the house as well, and we started that procedure. I think my weirdest punishment I ever received as a child came from that house. It is the kitty. Hi, kitty. I don't know if you want to be here, child. Well, hello. By the way, Kitty is my youngest sister, and she is number 1 mod.
Ah.
She is of age, so.
I wasn't insinuating.
Kitty's great.
Kitty's awesome. Kitty's number one mod. She bans them bots. So the weirdest punishment I ever got was we had a fireplace in that house. Good old fashioned brick fireplace. We were made to kneel on that on our knees, because I think we want it shut up one day for 5 minutes. Yeah, that's...
Wait. Hold up. Let me get that straight. Kneeling on a brick fireplace while lit for 5 minutes?
Not lit. It was just kneel on the brick. It was the little spot kind of around the hearth, just so, you know, ashes. But yeah, no, it wasn't lit, thank God. But nope, you had to sit on your knees for 5 minutes.
I was about to say,
Kitty's pointing guns at me. Why, child? Why do you do this?
Because that's what Kitty does.
Kitty is threatening me with violence.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know where she got that from. Maybe my stream.
No. Don't worry. There's a reason I've always named her Small Evil One. She got it from me.
Oh, God.
I taught my sister well. She is a good girl. Innocent child. So innocent. But anyways, but yeah, that was
from what you both are.
Huh?
I was saying from what I'm hearing, both of you are good girls.
Yeah, she's very
Well,
good girl.
in your case, a great lady.
Yeah, this should be a lady or a potato, whatever it is the kitty identifies as. Find all my cut emotes, and you're gonna test them all out on me, kitty? Is that what you're doing?
Of course.
Fine.
Oh, I wasn't calling her a great lady. I was calling you a great lady.
I know. Thank you, love. I appreciate it.
I don't
handle compliments well. I'm sorry.
Well, I just do it about that. I'm gonna compliment you down blue in the face.
I don't have any emotes, but I have this.
Aw, the more you know. It almost looks like Rainbow Bright Wand.
What the fuck is that?
You don't know Rainbow Bright? Go Google Rainbow Bright.
I don't know if I want to. This sounds very not good.
90s kids cartoon.
What was the name again?
Rainbow Bright.
Oh shit, that's ringing a bell somewhere in my brain.
This is a good point to note, Aura. I don't think I was alive for the 90s.
No, you were not.
I was born 1990, so I've seen all the shit.
Oh god, Darkheart. Hi. Oh Jesus, Darkheart. I don't know if you want to be here. By the way, heads up, warning. We are learning about Aura. This is heavy.
It's her origin story.
Hi, love. Thank you for the rides.
You're gonna do the same shit. And I know. I'm not gonna let you steal the thunder of the joke. I did.
It was a beautiful joke. I definitely appreciate it. But yes, welcome. Welcome to my madness. I will not be paying for any therapy required for dealing with me, but I do apparently provide it.
We are not responsible for any sort of.
I'm about to say, I've been through years of it my own self, so it's a welcome relief.
Yeah, no, and that's the whole point of this whole talk, is let people know you aren't alone. Everybody has their own terrible baggage. We are the people we are for the terrible and wonderful things that happen to us. I had many cool and awesome things happen to me. And they all escaped me in different ways. Mostly my, ADHD and bipolar definitely had some say in many things, which was fun, and along with a whole lot of PTSD and trying to figure out who the fuck I was. God damn it, kitties constantly threaten me with guns.
Why are they threatening you with guns?
I don't know, that's what the kitty does.
Kitty, backbone child. She's fine. She's fine.
No.
I promise you. If someone messes with your big sister, I promise you, I'm putting their ass through a flaming table.
Oh, don't worry. Nobody has to defend me.
Shit, me.
I appreciate it, but I want to skin them first.
Me whilst Kitty points guns. Aww.
Oh, like a tongue.
That is a Quagsire.
Is that a Quagsire?
That is a shiny Quagsire.
What the fuck? It looks like a
Don't you
Lickitung.
disrespect my boy's boy, alright?
Lickitung Burr.
Lickitung go burr for sure.
Oh, when you use Lickitung in the good way, that's what happens.
Right?
You go Burr.
It's definitely go burr. Super effective. By the way, do you know what you call a turtle with a boner?
Bulbasaur.
No, a slow poke.
Okay.
I got that one from a customer.
Nice.
It's one of my favorites.
A slow poke.
Here's the, you know what? Fuck it. Here's one for you. What is a simple one? Is one a mentor of mine told me. What did the fish say when it swam into the wall?
What?
Damn.
Do you know where a fish keeps its money?
No, I don't know.
The bank.
Okay, simple and effective.
Do you know what you call a fish with no eyes?
Yo, mom.
What?
A fish with no eyes.
I don't know.
Call it a fish. Jay got it.
What?
You remove
Wait.
the eye from the word fish.
Okay,
Yes.
that's not bad.
Yeah. I collect dad jokes. It's my pastime. The amount of dad jokes lost to the ether. They didn't make it into the data bank.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. I can get rolling, but I won't. For the sake of Aura's already doing well enough. Don't worry.
Fuck, I'm
Maxwell
talking about
has
this. You're about to-
food and ready for every situation.
That is one thing I definitely enjoyed about my upbringing. I was raised by a bunch of man-haters, and rightfully so. They had every right to hate a penis. So we'll put a small pause on my story of my slight origins. So, the upbringing of my mother and my grandmother. So my grandmother was 14 when she had my mother. Married a much older man, an absolute shit human being of, thank God he's dead. He spent a lot of his life in prison, thankfully so. It's where he deserved to actually rot. He should never had freedom. So he would pimp my grandmother out, make her bring kids from school so he could have sex with them, sell her for drugs and whatnot. Once my mother got old enough, he did the same to her. And the beatings that ensued in this household as well. The man murdered my mom's Doberman to prove a point. That was the type of man he was. What was the one story my mother told me about was mom and grandma and dad goes out. Dad comes home alone. Grandma's not to be found. They have no idea how to contact her or to even know she's okay. For all mom knows, she's dead in a ditch. So my mom has 2 baby brothers at this point that she's now got to take care of. I think mom was maybe 11 at this point, and she had to now figure out how to get the brothers out of the house because she wasn't sure if they were going to live through the night. Luckily, the cops showed up. Grandma was okay, beaten, bruised, but good. She did eventually get away from that relationship. I don't think that was what ended the relationship, but the man ended up in prison after beating his landlord with a hammer and then going into her house, grabbed a knife, and slit her throat on the lawn. Just left her.
Oh.
By the way, again, this is not a lighthearted conversation, so heads up, please. Now, leave.
That sounds like, as I say, that sounds like something that happened with my mother's ex-lover and her
Yeah.
while they were in Louisiana.
Yeah, people are rotten things.
Except they actually had a positive ending to it, though.
Oh, that's good.
They got drunk. They were going around Louisiana since God rest his soul. He's dead now, but anyways, long story short, they were going down the river and her out the boat in the middle of gator-infested waters in the Louisiana Bayou.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, she's floated around in there for an hour until another boat came by. And of all people, it's the damn boys from Swamp People that pick her up.
Oh.
I think it was the oldest guy. I'm trying to remember his name, but it was the oldest guy and his son. It was that tandem that actually picked her up from the bayou. Now, this son of a bitch made the mistake of putting his hands on my mother while I was in the house. But yeah, let's just say that I put the fear of God in him.
That's good.
I literally had a Michael Myers-sized butcher knife in my hand, and I said, "You gonna do it again? I'll skin you right here and right now." And he looked like he dropped a diamond in his pants.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't fuck me or her ever since then. I mean, he was good. He quit drinking, but yeah.
Yeah. At least you had a good ending with yours.
Yeah, I wish I could say that with a lot of things too, but this ain't about me, this is about you.
No, thank you, love, but no, thank you for sharing. Life
Sure.
happens. Unfortunately, so we all have learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Was my dad shared a story of apparently my mom's next stepfather wasn't much of a better man. Oh, by the way, her sperm donor, when he got out of prison for the murder, he abducted a lady and her baby and tried to flee to Canada. Yes, and then got caught again, and then spent many more years in prison. Yeah, again, fuck his existence. But then I guess my mom's next stepfather wasn't an amazing man. He was also a wife beater. My father had to take my mom out of situations before. So my family, not the biggest fan of men. I think we all had like every right. The big motto in our family was, if a man tells you you can't do it, you show him how to do it right. My grandmother worked in construction and stuff like that. She even had her own company. So that was pretty much where the motto came from. Woman can do a man's job just fine. We worked on construction sites. Living with my grandparents was wonderful. My mom had the whole ordeal with the first stepfather had been found out, so my mom lost custody of us. So at 5, we lived with Grandma and Grandpa. It was wonderful. Hi, yes, Rufus. I love you too, mister. Yes, my whiny little bitch boy. The sweetest little bitch boy. Yes,
My God.
He is the whiniest little mister. That is how he is, huh? Yes, Mr. Kitty. Yes, alright. So my mom dated around and stuff like that. It's, she's a single mom. It's kind of tough. Shit happens. Working fast food, I think she had like 2 jobs. She did the best she could. She gave us as much justice as she could with everything. And obviously trauma always ensues, along with, we didn't know I was bipolar at that point in time. On top of PTSD and ADHD. So they were attempting to treat things, but unfortunately the treatments that I required were for adults, and we didn't talk about mental illness. Mental illness back then. Words. It was pretty shunned. It was, the early 90s? It's not a thing. So that was fun.
Oh yeah, the 90s.
I love the 90s. Don't get me wrong. Some of my fucking most favorite cartoons came out, which I am going to now just go ahead and sue and gush about my favorite. Hey Jay, can you guess what my favorite cartoon was growing up as a child?
Rainbow Bright?
No.
The Angry Beavers or whatever.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah. So I've got to bring this up with something late, just because if I had to experience this in a group chat, so do y'all.
Oh God, what have you
A friend of
found?
mine posted a picture of himself in a coffin.
What you trying to do?
Immediately replies with, "Am I missing something? Why are you in a coffin if you're alive? They're for dead people." Of which somebody else replies with, "Hey, don't gatekeep coffins, motherfucker. Hell's wrong with you?" And now we're debating the moral ethics of whether or not an alive person belongs in a coffin and if it's gatekeeping.
Yes.
Man, I'm about to say, it sounds like he's trying to be a
Jesus.
discount Clarence out Darby Allen over there.
Come on,
No, this
Jay.
is,
Don't you want a coffin for your bed set up? You just don't have one big enough for you and your wife to fit in.
No, I don't.
I thought you
Because
said
that's
you
all-
mine
wanted.
was custom made and expensive.
Exactly. But I know you want one.
I don't.
Why not?
A
Because I
coffin,
don't need one.
a coffin style bed, maybe.
Yeah.
But I ain't sleeping in an actual coffin.
Oh, come on.
Have you all not seen? Have you not
Hold-
seen Have you all not seen the bloody the safety intruder beds
Oh, God.
where you press a
Oh,
button and it makes you
those-
collapse into your bed and it's like it's a panic room in your
Mhm.
bed.
Oh,
Why do
I don't
that
think I've seen
when you
that,
can
but
just
I-
grab a 12 gauge shotgun and defend your home?
it's supposed to be now. They're advertising it for earthquakes. So
Oh,
it
the
will,
the earthquake bed. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
That makes more sense.
so like there's rations set up around and underneath and a ventilation system, I guess.
You know, you can't really like. That's actually a pretty smart idea. The issue is no.
No one cleans the ventilation system, so when they use it, it's been 15 years since it was put in. Oh, like the ventilation system's clogged up with cat hair.
Yeah, well, and also the people who can afford these beds already have a very earthquake built safe home.
Or
Right.
we could just Tony Stark it and live on a cliff.
Yes. Other people live by the fucking ocean, by the cliff. My house is falling in.
I wonder why.
Shit, do like my dad's parents used to do. They lived up in the mountains of Maine, and they had like a blueberry orchard up there.
Ooh.
Yeah, they lived up way in the mountains. I'm talking about waterfalls, frozen lakes, everything.
Yeah,
It-
that sounds
it was-
nice and horrible.
No, I said wonderful.
Terrifying. Sounds terrifying, honestly.
Hey,
Look,
when-
I'd
when
rather
you
not
look
live the
out-
plot of a horror film.
Now hold on. I'll admit when you was looking off the bridge down to the bottom where the end of the waterfall is, and it's about like a 40-50 foot drop. Yeah, that can get a little bit nerve wracking, but the sights and everything was made up for it.
No, where
And
Steve
besides-
Carpenter
and
got the
besides, good
inspiration to do his remake of The Thing.
Mm.
Was
I
that
think it was a good
exact
watch.
scenario.
Well, I'm gonna slap somebody if they try to remake the thing. Hell no, leave it alone.
They remake every
See, the
fucking
thing
thing.
is, you have to understand it's going to happen at some point because even John Carpenter's The Thing was a remake.
True, that is true.
So you really can't like bash
Well, you're
them
not-
for wanting to remake it more modernized because that's
Well-
exactly what John Carpenter did.
The problem with the thing is, though, they tried to make a sequel. It bombed because they fucked over practical effects for CGI. So no one's going to-
Yeah. Yeah, it was a prequel. Yeah, because it was supposed to be beforehand and it was chasing the dog. Yes? Right?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay,
Yes,
but
and it
anyways,
was the
but yeah, I agree.
Thing
The
had
newest-
had a prequel in 2012 that tells the whole events of why there was two crazy guys chasing a dog into the movie from the 80s.
Yep.
But yeah, I
And-
agree they should
and it
have stuck
sucked.
with practical.
Oh, they should have. And they had a whole practical movie, and it looked great for practical effects. But they decided to scrap all of it and make it all CGI instead of doing like a middle ground. But no, the
Yeah.
executive producers want to be executive producers and be like, no, you don't get to have it practical effects. It sucks. CGI is the shit. Avatar ruled. Fuck that. Fuck Avatar.
What Avatar the last Airbender Avatar or
Avatar.
Yeah,
good
the one-
Avatar?
The one that has a live
James
action.
Cameron's.
The one that stole the name Avatar and used the clout from the TV show as a base for its stupid
I was
remake
about to
of Dancing
say,
with Wolves. Because that's all
Ah.
Avatar is. Avatar is just a remake of Dancing with Wolves, but in space.
Oh,
You don't.
oh shit! You know what? You are right.
No, yeah, because it literally is.
Still
Oh,
doesn't change the fact that that film
Well,
completely
that was that
changed a
mind
lot
blowing.
of ways films were looked at.
no shit.
For
but
the
that's
better.
only. Yeah.
it set the standard really high, but goddamn, it's a gorgeous.
Yeah, it
fucking
did,
movie.
but the problem
It
is
set
no
a
one's.
standard high, but
no
it
one
still changed it.
It set the standards high, but it didn't make it the standard. And everyone's tried. It's been lazy about shit. And
Yeah.
everyone now.
Mhm.
Now
Well, yeah,
when
look at
everyone's
Marvel
lazy about shit.
nowadays.
Exactly. When they're lazy with it, with like a few projects, everything, it stands out even more now.
That blows.
And the second
Yeah.
movie was a piece of shit that just recreated the first, redid the first one.
I
but with
still
less
haven't
character
seen it.
depth.
I was waiting for it to come out on.
It's
DVD.
just the first movie. The only difference is the army is coming in to kill them. The blunt forward this time instead of trying to work with them in the first movie.
Oh, Kitty
That's
says
it.
they're planning to make 3 more Avatar movies.
Oh no, they have. They've already been making them. That's the whole thing. That's why it took so long for the second one to come out, because they were making all 4 sequels at the exact same time.
Jesus Christ. Alrighty then.
Man.
Whatever works for them, I guess. I like the
That's
Sonic
literally it.
movies.
The
I was
actor,
happy.
the main actor for the series, he's like, I started this when I was like 30. I'm about to
Right.
become 50.
Damn.
Hey, at least it got realized. That's pretty fucking awesome.
And it's just overhyped for what it is. It doesn't deserve any of it.
Right.
It's got visuals, but the thing is, the visuals don't mean shit when the plot is basic as hell. The plot is basic as hell.
Yeah, I
A
feel like
movie
it's just eye candy.
It is.
A movie can be visually stunning all over the place, but if the plot ain't there, it ain't worth shit. That's
It's
why the
video
original
games.
Star Wars is
Got
still one
it.
of the
So
best
the
movies.
entirety of the MCU.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I still say the original Star Wars movie is one of the best ones ever exist.
No,
I love
that's
the
no, it is. That's why it's literally the best one.
And the only one that surpasses it is Empire Strikes Back. I will go to my grave saying that.
Yeah, that a lot of people
Revenge
check
of the
that out.
Sith is the best Star Wars movie. Suck my dick.
Which one?
Revenge of the
that's-
Sith.
The third prequel.
Okay, I will respect you on that one. I'll give you that one. Revenge
would-
of the Sith would be a close tie.
That
Revenge
thing,
of the Sith has got the, and plus look at all the shows that come out from it now. Mandalorian. I mean, hell, there's elements of a few others like Book of Boba Fett and even some of the sequel stuff. Ugh, I hate the damn sequel. Fuck them.
the sequel. There's nothing about the sequels that is good. If they continued, the only sequel movie that can be good is the first one, but that's because it's
Really?
the setup one. It is because it was a repeat of everything.
Yeah.
And after
Literally,
everything,
the only good thing that came
Let me
out of sequels.
let me finish. No, everything
Alright.
that came out of it is shit. But the only reason the first one's good is it was a retread of the originals. And
Mhm.
after the mixed reception of the prequels, we needed a good repeat of the classics was a good needed thing. But the thing is though, everything they did up from that is just tarnished shit that just fucked over the franchise.
Yeah.
And it's all
I was
shit.
gonna say literally about the only good thing that came out of the sequels is the fact that the crossguard lightsaber exists. That's literally the only
I'm
thing.
gonna hard pass that.
that exists. If my memory's right, that existed prior to that shit.
But they didn't really get pulled forward until then. Then you
Yeah.
started seeing it from like
No,
Rebels.
that was
No.
the last decision that Disney had made with the franchise before saying everything that isn't our movie, isn't the movies, isn't canon.
Right.
Yeah.
That pissed me
Because
off.
they stole the crossguard from expanded lore and then said, "Oh no, we came up with it."
No, that's what they're doing with anything nowadays. They're just that's all
Mhm.
like James Favreau and them are doing. They're just taking stuff that's like that
Like-
pre-established lore for Star Wars and just making it canon bit by bit. That's all they're doing,
Mm.
and that's what they
Right,
need to do because they just need because there's already better shit already made. Make it canon.
Exactly. I mean, look at it.
No, the biggest thing they
Yeah.
need to do is just retcon the prequel.
Also,
the
sorry,
prequel
Aura, for
sequels.
getting us sidetracked.
They need
Yeah,
to
we-
cancel. They need to cancel the prequel sequels, redo them. Don't fuck over Luke Skywalker because they need to redo while Mark Hamill's still alive,
Yeah.
and they'll do good. Just do everything that's in Legends. Legends is the prequel. Is pre-Disney canon.
hmm
Just make all that canon, and it'll be fucking fantastic. That's all they have. They literally have troves of Legends continuity they can adapt in live action, and they'll make money. That's all it takes. But no, they have to be stupid assholes and write new shit that it's just dog shit. No.
Or you okay?
Nerds. No, my mic wasn't picking up. But yes.
I thought you was getting bored of us. Sorry.
Or what's your favorite Jedi, Star Wars dildo?
Star Wars dildo?
Yeah.
Now, if I was gonna have a dildo modeled after any Star Wars character, the one hot Star Wars Jedi lady with the 2 tendrils, the red one,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
That was cool.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's the
cool.
Sith.
No.
No,
I was gonna say, hold on, wait a minute. You thinking someone else there?
no, I know she was a Jedi lady. She had a blue lightsaber.
There's no the one with the 2 tentacle brains. That was a Jedi. That's in canon. The only one that was red.
The only
is
one I
the Sith
remember
one.
are the original ones that
No,
came out in the
yes,
90s
yes.
for Star Wars. That's all I
yes, there
remember.
was. There was. There was a Twi'lek Jedi, and as well as a Togruta Jedi. It could be either one of those two.
She was
It
she
may
only showed up for a
shock
couple seconds. Honestly, I think it was just her being
It's either
murdered.
Shock T or Ayla Secura.
It's probably Aayla Secura on that one. Because Shock T's death in the
Well,
movies
but she said a red one.
I
There's
thought
no.
the lady was red. Maybe.
No.
Because
You know how long
the
it's
only-
been since
You
I've
know,
watched Star
you're
Wars?
definitely thinking of Shock T then. Because Shock T was orange, which is reddish.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, maybe she
right,
might have been
Shock
orange. Right.
Yeah, the
Shock-
red one is
And
the,
if she
it's the
only
Sith
existed
one
for a
from
couple of
the.
seconds, it was probably Attack of the Clones, because that was the only
Yeah.
time
I
she
think
was
so.
shown in the
I
movies.
think that was
Yeah,
what it was. It was just a blip. Oh wow, she's really hot. I like
When
her
she said
alien
red-
race.
When she says red, the one I think of is the Sith one covered in tattoos. That was
Yeah,
like
Darth
around.
Talon.
Yeah.
Darth Talon. Yeah. Yeah, I
What
know
was that
exactly
one
who you
in?
talking about. Darth Talon, she was actually one of the apprentices of Darth Krayt. That was way farther down into like
When did
Legends.
the movie come out?
There wasn't one.
Oh, then I have
There
no
wasn't
idea
one.
who that is.
Yeah, it's the red one you see that gets sexualized a lot from Star Wars porn.
Yeah.
If you see a red one, a red lady with the brain tentacle things. By the way, those tentacle things are their brain. If
Okay.
people don't know.
Yep.
If you see the red one that's covered in tattoos, that's the one. That's the
Talon.
Sith one. She's a bad guy.
Okay.
She's old stuff. She's old canon.
Yeah, but she's still fun.
I like their
She's
race.
still-
Their race looks sexy.
Yeah, red looks good, I ain't gonna lie. Gold looks good on somebody too. Red and black, gold and black, you know.
No, my obsession was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
That is the thing that
That
gets
I
my
know
fucking
all
sanity.
too well.
I mean,
So
I,
if Sonic can move fast, does that mean he can vibrate his dick like the Flash can vibrate his hands?
I mean, the always joke is he's just a 1 second man, and not even that.
It's already been proven that the Flash can beat Sonic, so get him out of here.
Ah, it's okay. I don't care. I still enjoy my little blue hedgehog and Knuckles.
I enjoy him too. I
Ah,
enjoy him
I
too.
guess who's faster?
I'm just imagining
Because
Aura
it just means
making.
that the Flash can finish faster than Sonic can.
I'm just imagining Aura making a Sonic sex toy where it's like it
You
vibrates.
act like she
doesn't.
doesn't have that.
actually, so I have an interesting experience with somebody with that of my wonderful wanderings of the internet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did met in a Sonic chat room. I did end up meeting up with a guy that he had hollowed out a plushie of Sonic and shoved a fleshlight in it.
Hey, hello, what?
He even sent me
Oh,
a picture
that's
of it.
simple. Oh, that's the simplest.
Oh, absolutely! It
I-
was his favorite toy.
That's the simplest thing. I'm talking about like you get one that it's like a Sonic toy. It's like a
ah,
Sonic, but it's like a doll.
literally
but
a
it's like the dick has like the vibrating function. It's like a vibrator where it's like just moving back and forth. It's vibrating so hard.
It would be interesting. I think I'd probably get one Knuckles themed. I was the only reason I have the Sonic Booty mouse pad is because I couldn't find a Knuckles one. But I'd probably definitely find a Knuckles themed. But no, it's not gonna have 5 heads on it. We're not gonna
No,
go
you more
full
of a
kid now.
So you're more of a Knuckles girl too, eh?
Oh, absolutely. I love Knuckles. Knuckles all the fucking way. He was this big, strong man. Didn't need nobody.
I'm
Yeah,
just imagining.
A little dumb.
I'm just imagining Knuckles fisting somebody.
I've found
Well,
pictures. Don't
Wait a
worry.
minute. Wait a minute. If
Uh,
Knuckles fits somebody, their bottom half is gone. I
Have
mean,
you
it's gone.
have you not seen the? Do you know why you see a lot of Sonic hentai with a humongous penis? There's actually a
Because they have
scientific
penis
reason
index.
as to why. Well,
Because he's the main protagonist, everyone has a dick out for him.
unfortunately, people went scientific with them. So supposedly, the little white spot on a hedgehog's belly is their penis. So they're going off of the size of Sonic's big white spot that is his chest as the size of his penis. That's why they keep doing it. Yes, that is the main reason why it keeps happening. I miss my folder. I had so much wonderful stuff on it. Oh, I get bored. Wander into furry and you will witness the terrible thing that was my Sonic drop.
Um,
No,
Oh, come on.
that's not my thing. So it's
I mean, they ain't that. I'm not really a furry person.
It's okay. Neither
Oh,
am
you don't have-
I.
You don't have.
I mean,
That's
bullshit,
fine.
you are. Bullshit, you are, Aura. That,
Okay.
I'm calling
Don't
for
get
it
me
on that
twisted.
one.
Don't get me twisted. I'm open-minded, but furries just ain't something I've come across yet.
So I guess I'll go back to explaining as to why I am the way I am.
Please
yes, because
continue.
we'll understand why she says she's not a furry, even though she clearly is.
There's a reason why it's my collection is my collection. I'm not thirsty. It is literally a collection. I don't care that much about sex. Sex was, again, a very normal part of my growing up from the age of 3 to 9. It was a very
Yes.
normal, basic part of my life. I was numb to sex. I spent a long time after the second stepfather finally went to prison. We started some more therapy. I went through about 8 therapists and 2 loony bins and several attempts on my existence. It was a nightmare for my family. I was a very violent child. I was goth all the way, and I was the pure embodiment of a nerdy anime goth girl. But I had every reason to be angry, and I was rather serious about my anger. I had attempted on my sister's life on several occasions. I was, again, a very angry child, sorting through and trying to figure out what and who I was. And actually, I was always kind of excited with the whole now trans thing being a thing now. Because it answers so many questions. I remember as a child walking up to my mom and asking her, why don't I have a penis? It was very foreign to me. I also did not have one because I was pretty sure I was supposed to. Hence my fascination with fooders. One day I'll have a penis. One day.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
One day. My husband's already approved that if I want to, I can actually go do the surgery. He doesn't care. Which is awfully sweet of him. We'll see. So, the one stepbrother that saved us from our first, technically my second ordeal, ended up dying in a car accident. They sped over one of our steep hills in town, and he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. He was thrown from the vehicle, died on impact. It was devastating to my mom because obviously my mother owed him everything. We loved those stepchildren nonetheless. Those kids also went through hell. I have no idea how they're doing anymore. Hopefully they're doing okay. Then came my second step family of 3 little sisters. One was very, very autistic. It was something, she's living with her grandparents now. She can't properly care for herself. We blame some of it on the medication they gave her. They drugged this child up. Those children through fucking hell. The neighbors didn't even know children existed in that house. They never went outside. They were, I think the oldest one was 7 at that point. I was also about 7. Yeah, 7, 8. At that point as well. So yeah, the stepfather at that point waited until I was of age. Just more or less I started my cycle for the first time. So that was my lovely first time. Luckily, I did get an actual proper first time that I got to choose, and I do not regret it. Me and actually the guy are still friends. He is an absolute weirdo, and I adore the man to death. He is the man is fucking fascinating. He's currently living in Alaska, so he would usually hitchhike from Alaska to Michigan occasionally. He's been a crab fisherman, pizza delivery guy. He lives in the middle of the fucking woods in a bungalow at this point. All voluntarily. There's no drugs involved. He actually
Nice.
quit doing weed and got his shit together. He lost a ton of weight. It was fascinating to watch.
He became a hippie, basically.
Oh yeah, full on fucking hippie.
You know,
He's
it wrestles bears in Alaska. For fun.
he loves salmon fishing. And also
He
likes
wrestles bears in Alaska. For fun. You
I
haven't.
say that ain't being no hippie. That's being a mountain man there.
I mean, he
He
is
go-
purebred Native American. Well, actually, he's half Alaskan, half Chippewa.
Again, you're not.
Or Sioux. He's part of the Sioux tribe. Or am I part of the Sioux tribe? One of us, or possibly both of us. There's technically was 4 tribes in Michigan. They condensed into 2 tribes, and it is a slew and mess trying to sit and organize that mess.
Fair enough.
I love the man's hair. He had really tight, curly hair. Even curled up would go to halfway down his back and just go straight to his butt if you just pulled a string.
Nice.
Was that the second time? It was my second time to the Looney Bin. Me and him were dating at that time. We finally figured out I was fucking bipolar. Yeah, that was a wonderful mess, because you can't treat bipolar with antidepressants. It makes it worse. And I spiraled into a mess, which is what was causing my anger, my hate. My family walked on eggshells. I was a nightmare to deal with. Don't surprise me with things, and I'm very sure I'm undiagnosed Asperger's? I know I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Asperger's.
Yes, I'm very particular on very certain things. I did some research, but they don't do tests for adults anymore. So
They
messed so well.
should.
they should.
Go to-
I've asked. It's like, no, we don't really do it for adults. You have to pay extra. Your insurance doesn't cover it.
Okay, then that's just the government not covering it. They do it, they just don't cover it.
I don't have that kind of money to take
Okay,
that type of test.
That's what I'm. Okay.
But my understanding is, I was told more or less, no, we don't do it. Cool. But maybe I'm asking the wrong people. It was like a year ago I asked, so who knows? But I'm pretty sure I have that. No promises. But the bipolar disorder and the PTSD was a mess and a half. And again, I'm going through therapist. I do not want to deal with my problems whatsoever. My grandmother's fighting with me tooth and nail the whole time. I guess I probably should have listened, but I think with all those experiences, it helped me get rid of the funhouse mirrors that I developed in life. I looked to fill a void. So once I hit high school, I was introduced to the world of hentai. Wonderful
Wow,
time.
beautiful, beautiful hentai.
Beautiful hentai, and I fucking ran with it. It was fun. I loved the art style. I always loved art. Hence, back to my obsession of Sonic the Hedgehog. Came across Sonic Saturday AM. Best thing I ever came across. I loved it, and I could never figure out what I was watching. I didn't know how to read at that time, so it's like, cool, blue hedgehog dude, yay, cool. I love Sally. Sally's awesome, best waifu in the world. Forever will be best waifu of the world, along with Ro Bunny. That girl kicks ass. So I lost track of Sonic for a little while. Then we went to the grocery store, and I discovered that there was a comic book series.
The Archie comic.
Yep, got into the Archie comics, and then I got into the fan base. The internet was young, we had dial-up at the time, Grandma got her computer. I would go to the Archie's website all the time, check out the artwork and stuff like that. It was wonderful. Got into starting to draw and shit in elementary school. It was a grand time. Then I got introduced to Jay Axer. Did a ton of fan art Sonic stuff. I still actually have a ton of his shit printed out. It's in a filing cabinet. His little comic strips are fun. My favorite comic strip had involved a spam cannon, which fired cans of spam.
Ah,
Yes.
I mean, what else are you gonna do with spam? It is fucking horrid.
I guess I don't mind it too much, but I have to be in the mood for it.
Exactly.
have to have it fried in butter.
That does. It's not half bad fried in butter or done up with eggs.
Yeah.
Just ham, and why have spam when I can just have ham?
Yeah, true. True.
Just have some green eggs and ham.
I won't, because there is something wrong with that ham.
It's just covered in Shrek's nut. That's all it is.
It's okay.
Even worse!
Come on, Shrek
What,
is
you-
life. Shrek is love.
You wouldn't want to service Shrek's nice big giant cock?
No!
Oh, come on.
Actually, I don't even think Aura knows this, but I absolutely despise Shrek.
Oh yeah, I
because
do
of the
remember.
internet.
You wouldn't want to eat out. What's the
No.
wife's name again?
No,
Fiona.
I wouldn't.
You want
You wouldn't want to eat out.
No.
You wouldn't want to fuck
No.
that giant pink dragon.
No. No, I would not.
Oh, come on. Anyways, so Jay Axer is the origin, kind of starts of Aura. His character Jay Axer was a black hedgehog, you know, big edgy guy, guns, knives, stuff like that. All craved violence, an assortment of violence. I mean, wore the anarchy sign. I loved the guy. It was, you know, it spoke to me, screamed me. So he had a girlfriend named Aura. She was a really cool pink hedgehog. I actually think I have some pictures that I can somewhat easily access. I loved the character. She was absolutely, you know, charismatic, lovely obsession with sharp, pointy objects. Sharp or pointy objects are wonderful. I'm a firm believer they belong in the bedroom. But, oh well. So I ended up stealing the name Aura, but I didn't want to steal Aura. That was his character, that was their thing. I understood that type of stuff. So I just stole the name, used it, and then came days of Yahoo Messenger.
Ooh.
Lovely
God.
Yahoo Messenger. The
Oh
word.
no.
And about this time, I was still kind of innocent. I just, you know, stole music off of Napster and stuff like that. Played Diablo 2. Spent a lot of times on Diablo. I tried to
Still
play
innocent
Diablo.
plays Diablo.
I was just angry and innocent. So working through middle school was
You're not
interesting.
innocent if you're playing Diablo. I'm sorry.
They were demons. I was doing a good job.
It's the early days of Diablo. Everyone was innocent playing it back then.
No, there is no innocence with Diablo. I'm sorry, you can't convince me otherwise.
In the early days there was.
You still can't convince me otherwise.
Just like back in the early days of World of Warcraft, there were less creepy, bigoted assholes.
So it was weird in the old Diablo 2 chat rooms. There was a lot of hentai communities in there, which was fascinating. I think I ended up creating the character Yita the Fire Elf when I hung out in the RP rooms there. But I grew up in the hentai rooms and Yahoo Messenger and stuff like that. That was my entertainment for the time being. It was fun. I enjoyed. Met a lot of really cool partners. Had a lot of really good RPs. I had a lot of really shitty ones. I am not a fan of one-liners. They're super boring. Ooh, I moan and thrust. Woo! How fun! I know you can type better with one hand. I don't care.
It's fun though.
It's so boring when you just have lackadaisy partners. I had a couple of my serious RP characters as well. I was part of the communities. I think the fighting style was T1 and T2s. So T2s is you would write paragraphs for your fighting stuff. T1s were very overboard. You'll maybe get 2, maybe 3 paragraphs. I bordered both. And my hentai RPs were the same. It was fun. I was well known in different assortment of rooms. I even started the Graveyard, which I started my Metal Angel Annie, which turned into D&D as my little drow character. One day she'll grow up. One day she'll have boobs. 30, 110.
Damn.
My very first Lolly character. I love her. She's edgelord all the way.
I was about
That
to
was-
say, that in 100 years, her tit should have been gone from an A to a D by now.
Nope.
Jeez.
No, forever stuck as an A, but she's wishing.
Wait, which character did you say was?
This was my Drow character for D&D.
Ah.
Metal Angel Annie. Now she was a different character. I enjoyed, but I ended up using my Metal Angel Annie story for Annie, my Drow. Which her village ended up being slaughtered by a bunch of thieves, but she had to bury the entire village herself. But there was one lady, cared for her. She was a very strange looking child with little metal wings and a little metal halo. Very pale, different from the other children. And, just normal, sad, protagonist story stuff. I was edgy. That's what I did. I was good at it. But yeah, I grew up a lot there. I ended up with my own fair share of trauma that I've probably caused and that had done onto me. Because you end up with a lot of predators online. And, Yep. I never fell actual victim to them, which I was smart enough. My grandmother taught me internet safety. Never use her real name. Never hand out your phone number and stuff like that. I have met people on the internet multiple times. And honestly, I've never had a bad experience with any of them. One gentleman, we had a wonderful night. Just a whole night of sex. Loved it.
Nice.
Stayed at a hotel. He treated me really well. Come to find out also, he ended up running the anime convention down in Grand Valley, down in one of the colleges downstate in Grand Rapids. So yeah, ended up meeting up with him again and hung out with him. He gave me a tour. I got special access to area. Hung out in the hentai viewing room. We watched hentai with a whole bunch of other people. What is that? We watched La Blue Girl. Yeah. I've never had a problem just sitting down watching hentai with people. Sex, again, is just, it's something we do. It is a...
Nice.
I had, most of my experience at this point was terrible. It's just a physical need people did, right, wrong, or indifferent. Vroom, 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 vroom. Shaver's going off. Hello? Who woos? Who's winging? Who's winging? Wing, wing, wing. Banana phone. Chaos. There we go. Welcome back.
Sorry. I swear, I'm trying to get the damn thing to mute and some bitch wouldn't stop. Ugh.
I know you're having a fun time at all, but damn it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I got hardcore into anime for a while. I also still hardcore into Sonic. I even dressed up as Julie Sue for Halloween as a child. One of my favorite characters. I have actually a drawing that I did, and I absolutely loved it, and gel pen of Julie Sue. And art saved my life, Sonic saved my life. Anime was a wonderful spiral into a wonderful, terrible world.
Isn't that how anime always is, though? It's just a downward spiral.
It is. Yep,
And
except
then the
once
next thing you know, you're watching High School DxD on the High School Computer Lab.
my favorite thing was I put yaoi, very, like, you couldn't quite tell they were yaoi, but yaoi boys up on my wallpaper at school. So whatever wallpaper somebody had up that was on the computer before would stay up until the next person logged in. So that just sat there. Constantly. I won't talk about the other terrible image I would probably throw up. I had a weird macaw obsession. I had an obsession with blood for the longest time, actually. I still find it that it tastes good. Yeah.
Calm down, Christy.
I've never been against blood play. I don't kink shame. I've met an assortment of people. I grew up as a hentai dealer. So I finally met my father at one point. I think I was 12, 13. Finally started communicating with him and stuff. Come to find out, I guess I might have met him sooner, but I don't remember. So he finally comes back to the United States. I'm writing letters with my one sister. She was learning English at the time, so she would write me letters, and he would help her translate and stuff like that. She would even send me letters in German, and when he would come visit, he would read these to me. Sent her really cute stickers. Honestly, it was definitely one of the better points in my life. Yeah, my Sonic obsession still continued, but I was still a very angry child. Oh god, it was a lovely mess trying to figure out who I was for the longest time. I still spend myself very much lost, but I always hated the most of I could be surrounded by friends but still feel so absolutely alone and empty. I had lots of people that wanted my time. I was always indifferent to everything, and it really sucked. And I'm still very much that way. I've always felt that bad with the husband. My husband tries to come to me with problems, but I don't hold the same empathy with certain things. I'm a bleeding heart.
I'm in the same boat with you on that one. Empathy and sympathy are hard.
I care. I do. I'm not a cold, absolute, heartless person. I'm never going to cause harm to somebody. I've always felt like I have to force myself to remember, no, you need to remember to care about people. And I like caring about people. I like watching people. People entertain me. It's fun to watch. I love people watching. It's fun.
You know, in a very different context, that is a very bizarre statement. I love watching people.
I do. I love watching people.
Mm-hmm. Right?
I had a bank cleaning job that I had to hang out inside of this godforsaken bank for 5 hours. 5 goddamn hours. It took me an hour to clean the goddamn building. I got into the Cat Warrior series, actually. I finished almost all of it. I still have a couple of the side stories to finish up. But my favorite thing was to sit there. There was 3 bars just on that street. And I would get out of the bakery at that point, 3 o'clock and stuff. So you would have drunks wandering around. And I love just coming up with stories as to why people are wandering around late at night. Some people live some pretty weird lives. Many of them
that's Jim Bob. He likes to stay late at the office, and then he hits the bar at 2, drinks until the last call, and then goes fights crime.
Always no. He also had kind of. It was actually we did a lot of that for Donut Dave at the bakery.
Why does that sound like somebody I just want to be friends with? Yo, Donut Dave, what's good?
You honestly would love to probably be friends with Donut Dave. I love Donut Dave. He was he's a baker for I think at this point almost 70 years of his life. That is the only thing he's ever been was a baker, working with donuts, breads, and stuff like that. He is a big, hefty man.
70-year-old baker? Damn,
yeah.
He must be doing some good shit.
Oh, it was cool to learn about a bunch of his recipes that he'd carry over and stuff like that. It was...
Oh, the 40-year-old virgin meet the 70-year-old baker.
I did know a 50-year-old virgin, and he was claimed to be a Jehovah's Witness, but his porn collection was larger than mine. So...
Suspicious.
But me and him also swapped hentai on normal basis. He had an obsession with WoW. That was what he was. He was, I think, $8,000 in the red for his electric bill because he just would rather spend the money on WoW.
Jesus. I know I'm a slight addict. I don't know that.
Oh, it was. He's now moved to apparently an MMO Star Trek game. And he's gotten into the Bronyverse. Really, really hardcore.
I say, I don't know about the Bronyverse.
Not all bronies are bad. There are some creepy ones.
Bronies, this one thing. They really know how to make a good Hearts of Iron 4 mod.
They know how to what?
So, Hearts of Iron 4 is an RTS game. And there's this historical YouTuber I watch. He plays Hearts of Iron 4. and he found this My Little Pony mod for it. And that shit is so in-depth for no fucking reason.
The bronies, man, they go hardcore into the paint.
Yeah, supposedly.
I Pinkie Pie is my favorite all the way. Actually, I grew up on the I think I grew up on second and third generation because I think the Friendship with Magic was 4th gen, right?
I don't know. I know
Come
nothing
on, Jay, why don't you know this? I thought you were a brony.
No, I know only the mod for Hearts of Iron 4. That is it.
Ah,
The one I know is when they make it the horses in Skyrim, the fucking ponies.
oh, Jesus.
I wouldn't know. I don't mod very many games. I don't like modding games.
The porn is pretty good. The Fruta porn's pretty good.
The fuck? I didn't need that information.
Oh, well, you don't go into the furry room, so you haven't seen my pony porn. There's some
So I
really
haven't,
weird
and I
hybrids.
don't want to. I think I've seen enough of it when you pop up on my Twitter feed every day.
I don't actually follow a lot of bronies on Twitter, oddly enough.
No, but like,
Oddly
I see what you reply to shit with.
It's my favorite place to collect
Oh.
my porn. It's Twitter
I used
and
to.
Facebook.
And then my Twitter account got hacked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eh.
Still haven't heard back from Twitter support on that, by the way.
Oh, so do I need to send your Twitter account a bunch of brony hentai?
You get it back. You get it back a day later.
And just in case I get it back.
Okay, I'll find something else to send them. I'll
I'm
send them
hoping-
Sonic porn.
A bunch of gay bear porn.
The big fuzzy, like the big, the furry ones or the real ones? Because honestly, they're both adorable, and I'll do both anyway.
The real one, the one where the
Okay.
guy is hairier. The hairier, the better.
Oh, okay.
Hairier, the fatter, the
Oh
better.
my
and,
god.
and
Oh,
Okay,
this.
if it wasn't for the fact that I'm still holding out hope that I'll get my Twitter account back so I don't have to make another one.
We'll see.
well, you still get it back. You just gotta look at this half naked.
Just ignore
furry
my
biker man.
message. That's all.
I think I'd rather that than look at the fact that my Twitter account has become a crypto bro.
Oh, so by the way, the big hairy man thing just reminds me of my fun story of going to the beach with my father. So, my father has come back from Germany. He's officially living here in the States. He's getting his shit together. We're attempting a relationship. It was not very good, and honestly, actually, still fuck my dad. So my first time going to the beach with this man. I am 14, 15 at this time. I am I'm hitting puberty at this point. And my dad is wearing a bright red Speedo.
No.
They wear that there.
No, please, no.
My dad is not a bad looking man for the most part. He's a big man, but my man is as hairy as Robin Williams.
Oh no. Oh,
People
don't.
don't know Robin Williams was a very hairy man.
He was a very hairy
It's
man.
very like looking
Oh,
at
I
it,
know.
it's very
Very hairy. My dad will make the joke he doesn't have to wear sweaters, he has his own.
I mean,
Like, I've watched a man sit and just brush his chest hairs with the brush. It's very,
Jesus.
very.
at that point, just trim it, man. Like you don't have to shave it, but trim it, my guy.
I don't know if he ever did or not. But yeah, him and my mom did attempt to try dating again, so that was super awkward. But I did get a nice hentai collection off of my dad. Me and him used to share actually porn. Just wandered the internet, and we just is like I let him know. It's like, oh here, I found some more stuff on the internet. This is the folder it's in, and he's like, oh
Bonding
cool, I'll
moments
give you
with
some of
Papa.
my.
He
Bonding with my dad was hentai.
shares you his yaoi.
He did let me use his computer to download Yaoi, but he did disagree because he was still slightly Jehovah. So, but yeah, everybody finds that a weird thing. That is, yeah, I shared hentai with my dad. My mom knew about it. My grandma knew about it. It was just our
We
weird
now know
bonding.
about it. I mean, people bond with their parents in weird ways.
least I had a somewhat normal relationship with my dad compared to my stepdad's. So
So, you know,
that was just a
there's
very normal.
relationship there. You know, sure, it was with porn, but like, hey, it's something.
Played a lot of Diablo 2 with my dad as well. I tried to get him
normal
into.
relationship.
We tried to get things to work. The things didn't work out with my mom and him because my mom was still very much into sex. Sex had to be a big part of her life at that time. She definitely chose boyfriends over us many times. There were many weekends she didn't want to, give up her boyfriend time. So yeah, we didn't see her for like a long time sometimes.
If only the sex machines existed back then.
No, she had dildos. I found them.
No,
she also
I'm
had.
talking sex machine.
Oh no. Though I have always been curious as to how my mom managed to have sex in a giant waterbed. It just seems weird.
Oh, that's the fucking best.
You
don't have to put in as much motion. You just lay back and just let the water, the waves of the water do have to work for you. Oh,
You
it
just
just seems so weird.
it's the best shit.
Maybe
Just
one
when
day
you're-
I'll try it.
Especially when you're the guy on the bottom, thrusting from the bottom up into the girl. Oh, it makes things so much easier. It helps it's good on the hips.
I'll have to try it out sometime. Might help with the husband.
this is where-
I love my foam mattress, honestly. That thing has been amazing.
Now that's when they're thrusting up into you, not you thrusting into them.
Well, I mean, each your own. I mean, I'll have that conversation with the husband later. We've already been kind of talking about it. It's been interesting.
If it was still relatively available, I would love to try it.
It seems like a fun time. Seems weird. Awkward. But again,
can't
that's-
own a waterbed at any point in my life.
My big issue is a lot. I've always had an hourglass figure growing up, so I've always
Nice.
had big hips and a big chest. Like at 7th grade, I was a double D and only growing. It was an absolute fucking nightmare. Heck, oddly enough, even through high school, I only had, I think, like 3 partners. And
I mean, that's just a testament to who you are.
but I did have a wild stage once I hit 2021. Definitely did a whole lot of exploring, lots of one-night stands, discovered blades do belong in the bedroom. My one friend was an absolute blast because he wasn't looking for a relationship. I wasn't looking for one, so he just have booty calls occasionally, go hang out at night at his place and have a good time and go home. It was fun.
Best kind of relationships.
Benefits, if you will.
So we ended up sitting down watching a porn that day. It was weird. So I was always confused why there was a workbench in the locker room and why there was a sterilized wrapped dildo in the locker. Also as to how the hell these women get each other off with 3-inch nails. I'm sorry. It looks terrifying. So we ended up watching the porno. We got bored. So we just set it in reverse and watched it in reverse.
Damn.
That was our pastime. He happened to have a DVD player that could play it in reverse, so it was great.
No, we just started to rewind and went from there.
We literally just watched it and laughed the whole time. I am capable, no problem, sitting in a room watching porn with people without getting sexually aroused. It's fine. I wandered the internet and collect hentai. My husband found it weird. I was set up in the living room at our apartment, and I'm just scrolling through Rule 34. My husband's getting aroused looking at me looking at porn. And yeah, he'll ask me, so you want to have sex? No, I'm fine. And I just continue to open up 500 more tabs to save, add to the folder to torment my Discord with.
No, that's when he's like that, that's when you tell him, okay, stand next to me. You just tell him to put his dick in your face, and you just start sucking him off while you look at the computer screen.
I've done that a few times. I've also been dick slapped several times too.
Oh yeah, I think I told you to tell him to do the sneak up method where he doesn't tell you, he just walks up, places it on your shoulder, next to your shoulder or on your shoulder and just leave it there until you realize you have a dick there.
He has done kind of the same. As I was sitting on the couch and he'd come up behind me and just set it on top of my head. We had a nice sexual relationship for a while. The thing was, I was
Didn't
unmedicated.
you get like injured as well?
Oh, that injury was not fun. We're still dealing with that one.
Yeah, that's the main one I know about.
So I'm wandering through life. I've kind of at this point, I've probably like in my 25 and such. I got my shit together for the most part. Weird deja vu moments and stuff that I've literally had dreams of years before they exist, like buildings existed, and I met my one ex that way. I grew up as a country bumpkin a little bit. Always ran down dirt roads, shoes were the devil all the time, played in the swamp, played in the muck. The neighbor had a big settling pond, which we played on when it froze over. Fell through it once. Actually, my middle sister fell through it once.
Laura fell through it 3 times. Don't let her.
Oddly enough, even though I was the bigger child, I did not. But,
I was only saying that because you seemed like a very angry, reckless child. So.
Yes. I was in the middle of the thing, and I don't know why I didn't fall through. Because I was goofing off.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, surprisingly. I have broken several PS2 controllers chucking them.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That's known to happen.
Yep, absolutely. Chucked it down the fucking stairs. I was mad. Almost threw the PS2 down the stairs too. Over because I didn't want to let my little sister play with it. That's it. That was a weird day. I regret that day, definitely.
You're not allowed to play with the PS2. Throws controller down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Now none of us can.
That was about what the moment was, really. That was before we found out I was bipolar. So I was having a severely manic episode at that point. Which honestly, I was having manic episodes several times a day. I was an absolute angry nightmare. I'm trying to go through therapy, going through loony bins. My roommates were interested in loony bins though. Carla. I liked Carla. She was quiet. Well, at least she didn't yell at you. Carla's story was rather fascinating. Her mother was in the adult ward as well at the same time. So Carla had wanted to, end her existence, but she didn't want to do it herself. So she took off hitchhiking across the United States for 1 whole year. Just hitchhiked. Was looking for that serial killer that never apparently showed up. Had amazing hookups, got introduced to an assortment of drugs. Honestly, she had, for the most part, time of her life just couch surfing with people that would just randomly pick her up. The girl was covered head to toe in scars, though. She did cut. Sweetheart. I enjoyed her company. We came up with several ways that we could end our own existence in the room, despite that they were so careful about things. That was our pastime. That is the pastime they give you in the loony bin.
Odd question.
Ask away!
Did you keep your grippy socks as kind of like a trophy or reward for lasting through the whole way?
No. The one thing I do have from my very first time going to the loony bin is my grandmother bought me a sapphire ring. She snuck it into my clothes so I could have it to wear. And that is my little memento, which me and the husband are planning to get an official wedding ring for me, and I have every intent to have that sapphire put into it. Because diamonds are gaudy, tacky, just it's colorless. Give me a sapphire any day. Love it. The color blue is amazing. But yeah, that was a lot of me going through therapy at that point. And, I did get medication. We did finally get something sorted out with things. So high school went off without a relatively bad hitch. I was held back 1 year because freshman year I went to the loony bin, fucked things up. Almost got held back because my grandpa passed away 2 days before our exams. So I was in no place to do anything at that point. I don't know if I've ever processed his whole death. It's a very weird. My object permanence becomes a problem because it just, to me in my head all the time, it's like, no, he's just gone on a trip. But it's no, Grandpa's very much dead. And I still hate the fact that I probably could have helped him, but I decided I wanted to hang out on the internet more than go hang out with Grandpa. So that's always fun to live with.
Yeah.
But honestly, he was the best positive man in my life. Love the man. I actually got he was a photographer. So he was a photographer for a long part of his life. My grandmother finally got out of her really toxic relationship. My grandmother swore she was going to run him over. She hated the man for the longest time, and off they got married. Out of a petty thing, she worked at a Windows, Preston Feathers, Windows place. He was a construction worker at the time. So what set off their lovely romance is apparently he had returned a can of spray paint that had been sitting in his truck in the summer heat. And it exploded in her care. I think I understand. So yeah, she swore she fucking run him over. Even made him a cock sweater.
A cock sweater.
Little cock sweater, and had one of his co-workers deliver it. He returned it and said that she's gonna have to make a bigger one because it was too small.
He should use it as a cock ring.
Like the story.
So yeah, they eventually hook up. My grandpa would head up to Canada. I live in northern Michigan, and probably one of the most gorgeous places in the United States, honestly. But they would head up to Canada, and he would take pictures of wildlife. I've got some really cool videos, pictures. I'll even probably post them up at some point. So he'd have all his camera stuff in a trash bag in the back of his truck. Big old black trash bag. It's, several tripods in it, the headpieces, the cases, different lenses and whatnot, all in their boxes. No, guess who got searched every time they went across the goddamn border?
I mean, come on, it's a big black trash bag. What do you expect?
They searched my grandma's purse every time.
They searched the purse, not the giant trash bag.
No, not the giant trash bag. It's just.
I said, oh no, the giant trash bag money is fine. Let's worry about this little purse that may or may not.
I mean, okay. The only thing that would make sense is if the border patrol guard knew who he was and knew what was in it.
They knew both of them. It wasn't their third or fourth trip. This was almost a monthly trip for them.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like
it would make sense for the black trash bag because it was the same guy for all those times. He's like, okay, I know what's in.
But the grandma was there too. They searched her bag every time.
Searched her bag. That was it.
I think at that point, that one's probably just a.
They were just looking to see if your grandma had condoms.
Maybe making sure she's not sneaking over any liquor because we can't have that. Just possibly the case.
Very well could be the case.
And my grandma was an alcoholic at that point. No, actually, she's still okay. Maybe she might have a slight wine issue, but you know what? She's old and let her have her time. She's retired. Who cares? But yeah, that was always the fun thing. But yeah, he did really cool stuff. But I've always still felt bad about the whole thing. That it's like, I could have made a difference. The thing is, it's a what if, and it's already done. And it still sucks. But yep, my grandmother will never make strawberry shortcake again. Actually, I think she finally did, for the first time a couple years ago. But yep, coming home to make Grandpa's strawberry shortcake, his favorite dessert. Had a seizure, fell back, caught his head in between a cupboard and I think one of the other equipments and snapped his neck.
Oh, God, no.
Hopefully he didn't feel a thing. They say it was pretty instant, but to come into your partner like that, I gotta say, my grandma's a pretty strong lady. Took her a little bit. She found her current husband. I love their story. So my grandmother's an atheist. Always will be an atheist. I was supposed to be raised.
She's Christian.
So she was tired of the online dating scene of, just dicks. She wanted a relationship. She's in her 60s. It's time to fucking grow up, Which Yeah, I get it. So she got tired of the pigs and the other, like, dealing with the dating scene, so she joined a Christian dating scene.
Oh God, no.
Oh.
So
How did I know this is where this was going?
so
They're
it,
even
it
creepier.
was a group date. And that's how she met her now current husband, because he was the other person's date. And
Oh, yeah, that's how it usually goes.
so it was you know it was supposed to be very much just not supposed to be serious in general. It was meeting each other. And obviously, my grandma's date is just praying away, praising Jesus and stuff like that.
Oh,
The other
God.
girl is doing the equal same thing. Like, it was a very long prayer for dinner. I think,
God.
so they end up, I think it was a large group date almost. Like, I think there was like a couple couples there. So as everybody else is chatting, apparently my grandma, or now husband, is, hey, you want to just head off to the bar and go get a drink together? And they've been together since.
I'm sorry, I love that shit. Must have been a Christian date.
Two atheists meeting up at a Christian dating site.
What are the odds?
I mean, it was like a friend of mine who joined FarmersOnly.com as a joke, but actually found a relationship.
Oh, I mean, hell yeah, you find love in the most unlikeliest places. I found mine at a Dollar General.
Please tell me you're both for buying paper towels. Please tell me you're buying paper towels.
I worked there, and my husband was coming in for his basic bachelor meal of ravioli.
As you do, yes.
So I guess I'll back up just a little bit, getting ahead of myself. So yeah, I've had a couple other rough relationships. I've been assaulted by people who I thought were friends. Worked through that stuff, and I think what helped was I've always been very indifferent to sex. Sex is just a physical need that happens. I don't care. Again, I was a hentai dealer at a young age. I think I started collecting at 14, 15. Just wandered the websites. I did hentai RPs as well. And that's probably where I did most of my sexual frustrations out at, was hentai RPs. I think I had sex for the very first time willingly at the age of 14, actually. Yeah, a lot of things happened at 14. Don't regret it. It was a great time. Had sex in the shed. Sister wouldn't leave us alone, so we locked ourselves in the shed, had a good time. Yep. Then had sex in the woods a bunch of times. That was fun. And then eventually, I think he did a trip to Alaska. Feelings changed. I mean, we were in high school. Stuff happens, and that was a rough time. That was a rough year. Then I got into my addiction of DDR.
Dance Dance Revolution?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Huge addiction into DDR.
Well,
What she's
that explains
forgetting
your
to mention
addiction
is
to
that
Beat
she was a
Saber as
DDR
well.
world champion.
Oh fuck no. That was my buddy DJ Amagoth. That was his. He would play Max 300 in reverse on hard mode. Okay, he was absolutely ridiculous. And then then there was Spider Legs that lived up in Mackinac City. He trained with 10-pound weights on both legs.
I'm telling you, and you passed them up because they didn't, give you the proper respect as competitor. And you just,
I wish. No, I don't. I could barely do standard mode. I honestly just played to have a good time. I spent so much money.
But that's the point of the game, is to play and have a good time.
Exactly.
no, lost potential because, like, if you're not winning, are you really having fun?
If you're not winning, it's not fun.
Says the guy who created an alt Smite account just so that way I could dick around and not care about playing good.
But yes, I loved my addiction. I got into a lot of anime games. Hack Sign was a really good time. Trigun was a great time. I loved that anime. I watched a lot of VHS movies. I watched a lot of very certain ones several times over. Then my obsession of Tales of Destiny. One day I will finish that game. one day. I was renting it. I was several $100s into renting it. I was almost done. I had like maybe 3 more hours left in it, and they stopped carrying it, and I couldn't find it anywhere else.
Oh.
It broke my heart. It really did. Honestly, I really wanted to buy it, but I didn't have $60 to buy this game.
Oh, the days.
Several
$60
hundred to rent.
still. Oh, remember when games were $30?
I just miss renting them. That's all I want.
I miss when games were $30.
Are they ever
Right?
really? Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
they
were.
were.
Actually
I missed
cared
those.
about making good games and making them complete when they were released instead of
Ah.
releasing them and then patching it later.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
thank
kidding.
God for Sony and their first party single player games.
I miss back in my day. Game was done.
Back in
Back in my day, they actually made a video game instead of a fucking Jenga machine.
Right.
back in my day, we had Pong. That is it.
My first game that I ever had in my first system was the Sega Genesis with the Sonic Edition. Yeah, Sonic 1. It's that, yeah, no, my whole life into Sonic definitely spiraled at that point.
See,
Sonic
see,
is my life.
you had Sonic 1, I had Sonic and Knuckles. So,
I spent a lot of time in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I got lucky, I was spoiled. My grandparents bought me both.
Or you'll be happy about this. I have a friend, right?
Yeah. You have friends?
Yes, surprising.
My God.
Mad that they put Knuckles in the second Sonic movie instead of waiting for the third movie and calling it Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I know, I was slightly sad about that, but I think
but
it
he
worked
is
out.
overly upset about it.
One of those people. That sucks. Just let the movie be good. It was great. It was a great movie.
Homie, chill.
Exactly.
Like, it ain't that deep, bro. Chill. We got Ugandan Knuckles. That's all we care about.
I was so happy
You
they
know
said
the
the
way.
line.
Well,
Do
no.
you know the way?
What ends up?
You know the way.
Fun fact. Idris Elba's actual ethnicity is Ugandan.
Yes, I know. I was so happy to also hear that.
I was like,
I
bro,
love
yeah,
that there's this
baby.
knuckleception. So much of it. Says
Well,
the
you can't
line.
make this shit up, man.
History was made.
Shit, you
I
can't
can only imagine how bad VR chat was when that was announced.
Oh, it wasn't as bad as you would think.
No.
You would think more people would be excited for it, but not as many people were.
I'm surprised there wasn't a news.
Come on,
surge
but
of
that was
stuff.
the only good meme to come out of VR chat.
No, we have Brush Kid.
I
Oh
don't
no!
know
Don't
that.
touch me there! Don't touch me there! That's my no square.
I don't
Oh,
know.
that's a thing too.
I know the song,
how-
I don't know the beat.
Yeah. I know Skeet sings it quite often.
Yeah,
And
but
cute.
that's like a legitimate song. That's been around since probably before I heard it in
Isn't it-
elementary.
Pink guy thing?
No,
Or.
because that was around when I was in elementary school, and that was before Pink
Oh.
Guy.
Oh, okay. No, square dolls are, by the way, are creepy to see in person.
Don't
Even
worry. When I worked at Walmart, or no, this was after I worked at Walmart. One of my former coworkers walked up to me as I was shopping, and he had this Elsa doll in his hand, and he was like, "Touch her tits."
Or what?
I said no.
Oh,
And
wants you to touch
He
her
touches
boobs?
her tits, and it sings "Show Yourself." I was like, I can't.
No. People. Why? Terrible.
Like it doesn't like yeah, okay. Sure, you put a button there and it sings a line from the song from the film. That's fine. I just loved the fact of the line it sang and where you had to press the button.
The things that. What was it? There was the masturbating Tarzan.
I was like, oh!
No, that's George of the Jungle.
Was it?
George
The
of the Jungle
noise he
is-
made was
is
George of the
Tarzan.
Jungle.
Oh, They are two different characters.
They
They're
are.
two different-
That's right.
they're two different
Tarzan's good at swinging. George isn't. That's right.
Right.
They're,
And what
they're,
was
they're two
played by
separate
Brandon
characters, but
Fraser,
they're the
one
same
wasn't.
character at the same time.
Yeah. That's okay. I know. I have them straight in my head now.
One
But
was
yes,
Disney.
yes, it
The
was
other
the-
had a Cartoon Network animated show.
What George's Jungle? It was wonderful.
I recently made my friends watch the Brendan Fraser George.
Yes.
Jungle.
I'm so
That's the
glad he's
epitome.
coming back.
That's the epitome of of the 90s. That
Mhm.
movie. So ever a movie I have to say that captures the feel of the 90s, it's that movie.
No.
Particularly the scene when he's going
Crocodile.
down. No, when he's going down like the San Francisco Strait, and he's like eating McDonald's. It just captured, and he does the whole
Oh, that.
montage. That's the 90s epitome, from the coffee to the cinematography to all the brands and shit that's there. Everything about that just.
I'm
screams
sorry.
90s.
If you want a film that encapsulates the 90s, it's 10 Things I Hate About You, and I will not hear anything otherwise.
That was a weird movie. I don't remember much of it, but I kind of remember some of
It
it.
had Heath Ledger singing and dancing. That is all you need.
Oh. No, never
It
mind.
was-
I can't find that thought.
It was effectively a parody on Taming of the Shrew from Shakespeare.
Oh wait, yeah, I think you've talked about that before.
Yes, because I got to watch it in school, and it was a fucking hilarious moment. Me and the teacher couldn't stop cracking jokes every 5 seconds.
It's not a Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That was a 70s thing, I thought.
I mean, there's still a thing actually.
I know it's still a thing, but like the original was like 70s, 80s.
Yeah, I think so.
My guess was 76.
God, I loved Rocky Horror Picture Show. Though I was traumatized by The Labyrinth. Oddly enough, by David Bowie's balls.
David Bowie's balls.
I mean,
it
to be
was-
fair,
It was too much for my
I
teenage
know what you're
heart.
talking about.
That-
Yeah, to be fair, I know what you're
Well, then again, anyone seeing David Bowie's balls back in his prime, it would be overwhelming for some people.
No, it was.
Oh, it was.
Have you seen the movie?
No.
You should watch it. Watch it. It's a gorgeous masterpiece.
Watch it
honestly.
and become traumatized with the
But
rest
yes,
of
it
us.
will be a traumatizing experience. You will love it and hate it. I think his crotch. I think a guy did a screen time thing. Literally has 8 minutes of screen time.
Hey, that's just about the amount of screen time that Michael Myers had in the original Halloween movie.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, by the way, speaking of Halloween and horror flicks, did you ever watch that one terrible link that I sent you a while back?
Was it the song?
No, it was supposed to be the children of the serial killers. And one of them was getting into horror storytelling and was sharing her fanfics. Well, Jason was off doing a
Because I
job.
think I saw it and then it just completely slipped my mind actually. watching
Yeah, go watch it. It's a horrible time and you will yell at me later.
it. Is it the one like Halloween Friends?
Yes! Halloween Friends,
from
that's it.
Box?
Yeah, that one.
Or I've just realized how weird our DMs are. Because I thought it was hella up there, so I just started hella scrolling.
I said lots of people weird DMs.
Oh.
It's my
And I'm
favorite
like,
pastime.
Hey, you know, some normal stuff that I'd send people.
It's normal.
And then Among Us, wife.
Hey, that was a great time. I thought you guys had fun watching that.
I didn't even watch it.
No, you weren't there for that one?
No.
Oh.
And then Mutant Alley, Do the Dinosaur. Another thing I didn't need.
Is that the one with
I
the
don't
you
even know
masturbate
what's
the
that.
dinosaur in the alleyway?
I don't know.
Hey, what?
What?
And then you sent me Furry Fetishist
Yes.
as well. And I send
There's-
you something actually important. You send me something actually important.
What fun stuff are you sending him?
A slasher silver fucking dildo.
It's normal. Is that not what friends send each other?
It is. He send it all the time. We've been
um,
sending it to each other for years.
okay, so I definitely
much.
check out. I think I have 10 certain games into each Discord. So check the pins. I know I have porn sites pinned, and I think I have particular hentai games pinned. So that is a good way to find random
I just
shit
off a
in the
game we have
Discord.
to you need to play through in the server.
I am not playing Sex with Stalin again. I refuse.
Not fuck that. No, you need to play House Party.
Oh yeah, I wanna try to woo Danny. Yeah, the Game Grumps are in it. Yeah.
That explains why I don't know it.
No, House Party is a very interesting adult game, and it's your
It's
whole
basically
goal.
a simulator of you go to a party, get drunk.
Yeah, frat party, trying to get laid. You literally can get head. You can walk around with your dick out if you want. It's a button.
I can guarantee.
But I would need somebody with a walkthrough so we can kind of like get things done.
Absolutely not. You have to go in blind.
I figure I'd go in blind for a little bit.
You gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Trial and error.
I can only do trial and error for about 3 hours, and I need some type of direction.
Oh shit! I don't think it'd take it that long. Come on.
I don't know.
Oh,
my
give myself
attention
time to
span
get
is
frustrated.
bad.
I don't know if it's interesting enough where it might keep just your attention span. I'm
never-
just saying.
Never know exactly. It would be a fun time, I think.
Yeah.
I do have a list of hentai games I definitely want to sit and play. That's where my more or less what I kind of want my entertainment to offer. So I just
Oh.
want to go through my buddy's not femboy collection that doesn't exist and play it on
Hey,
the website.
Oh, I know a fucked up one that mess with,
I
with
think
these
I know
lightweights here.
Which one?
Sex with the Devil.
Huh. I think I've had that one thrown onto a list. What weird sex games do I have? Okay, stream can't see none of this. Cool. I have my therapist is a Fuda. I have Halloween Sex Party, Sex Prison, Among Us, waifus. I have Hentai Minecraft, Risk of Waifu. Where's my other ones? Oh, there's Mass Effect. I have the Succubus Castle as well, the RPG. 1 and 2, a buddy of mine sent that to me. I think I have a couple other Fuda games that my friend sent me. And then a couple just really stupid ones I found. Okay, yep, there's Hentai Craft, Sex with Stalin. That's Stumper. One of my favorite card games to play on stream is Tanto Cure, which is just a maid collecting game. It's a deck builder. Super cute. The art's super adorable. But your whole job is to collect maids, buy them with your love, and then chamber as many as you can. And hopefully your friends don't give you diseases. Super cute game.
Hopefully your friends don't give you diseases.
Yeah, you can actually, like, there's high-end maids that you can get that can give you bonuses, but you can also disable maids by giving them a disease. So you just spread a disease in the house, and then they have to spend extra points to remove it off of the maid.
Ew.
It's a very aggressive game. So your whole point is to get higher points, so different cards do different things. It's pretty fun. I'll play it sometime on stream. There is a kind of story.
God, me and you just need to play Pummel Party. That's all I keep thinking of. every
Yes,
time.
we do need to play Pummel Party, absolutely. We learned that there is a workshop for it, so
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Let's see here. There's Therapist is a Futa. I have Cyber Crush 2069, which is just a Candy Crush hentai cyberpunk themed game. By the way, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm terrible at Candy Crush, but it's fun. I got Love Puzzle. There's the Halloween one. What is Fake Hostel? What are you? Huh. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that one out. My Sexy Waitress is apparently another hentai game I have. Waifu Secret 1 and 2. Yeah, it's not as big as I'd hope it, but I just want to wander through a bunch of random hentai games and just have a good time. I have a really nice Fuda
I'll be
one
right back.
that I got at a Patreon. That one's hardcore. That one's hard. I couldn't keep my paladin's booty from being drilled. I failed terribly as a paladin.
Uh,
Ah,
I mean,
that was fun.
you always got paladins both.
But yeah, I guess it's about the main history of Aura. Then we just got the history of me and my husband. My husband has his own fun, terrible point of his own history. I met my husband as he was getting out of being homeless.
nice.
Oh,
I don't know the full story that led to it, but I know it's just shit with the military, shit with the family. I think he spent about 10 so years homeless voluntarily. Lived in his truck, did construction, traveled, and stuff like that. Sat at the casinos. He turned into the one thing that he hated. He had his military thing. He was owned by the government. He had no freedom while he was at the military. Caught his lady fucking one of his best friends in his house in the bathroom and put his friend through 3 walls, including the outside wall, and paralyzed the man.
Damn.
Was told prisoner military. Off to the military he goes. Ruined his life at 19. And came that he actually enjoyed it. He built a lot of relationships, loved the people he was with, he loved his job. Witnessed a lot of terrible, horrible things as well, and lost many, many people that meant everything to him. So yeah, he didn't integrate back into society very well. So yeah, he just didn't people very well, and I think he was just moving into his new place. He had been there for a short while, and he met me at the Dollar General. Started flirting with me, flirted back and forth, exchanged phone numbers. Finally got away from the really bad relationship I was in. I was also part of the problem. I am no innocent person on that one. And lived together downtown. Collected my little cat named Tom, which was a ridiculous little kitten. I missed that mister. He had a jail style bed in this apartment. It was just, I think paid like $300 a month downtown. It's an old dormitory. Okay.
What?
Your mic being weird.
Your shit mic is going brr.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, give me a second.
Not afraid to say shit. Not afraid to say it. Yeah, stop the music. You don't know
Whoa,
if that's copyrighted or
whoa.
not. Actually, stop that. You don't know if it's copyrighted or not.
I've given up with how much Beat Saber I play to worry about copyright.
Well, you can stop the VODs. You don't have to save the VODs when you play Beat Saber.
I know. They actually end up just muting those entire sections.
Oh no, that's the thing. It don't matter when that. It's when someone makes a clip. That's the big issue.
I found that some of my clips stop working if people do.
Is my mic better now?
Yes.
Okay. I genuinely don't know what happened there.
Oh, you're all good.
I didn't even know I had an issue with my mic because I had muted it
Ah,
to go disappear, and then I came back and...
you're all good, love. We fixed it. That's all that matters.
But yeah, when it comes to copyright, with Beat Saber, you just need to turn off VODs for that stream.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to rely on the it mutes you crap, because as time goes on, they'll start changing shit, and they've already started to look into copyrighting you midstream.
Yeah.
So you need to just start muting the bots.
It doesn't. Luckily, with that type of stuff, I don't have it automatically go up. I just have to manually put it up. It's a
Yeah,
same
I do
shit
the
just
same
have to
thing
put-
and it works.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I do it so that way if there was a funny moment, I could download it and make a clip out of it.
But the thing, well, that's the thing.
But yeah.
It's like people, they're starting to make it where even if you're not saving the VOD, when you're still live, they copyright you.
See, but that's the thing. When I play my copyrighted music, it's when nothing's happening. So it's like when I'm on BRB or when I'm, just starting.
Yeah, that can still get copyrighted because it's still alive.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it would be a losing battle because all I'm doing is giving them free promotion.
They don't give a no. They don't give a shit
I
about
know.
promotion. They have enough promotion. It's about you not paying them.
Hey, you know what's funny? They can suck my balls because some of the bands I promote, I know personally and don't give a shit.
And that's what people say till their channel gets
No,
channel
I'm dead
gets
serious.
I'm not worried about it, my dears.
Alright.
I'll just keep it in mind. I will. And all agrees to disagree to agree to agree. I don't know. I'm sorry. But yeah, the relationship with me and my husband definitely started off rough. Very rough. I didn't want a relationship fully at that point, but we got through it. We worked through it, communicated. I had a lot of privacy violated. That was fun. By the way, my privacy is very important to me. I like my alone time. My alone high time makes me happy. Makes everything go less burr.
Exactly.
The
Power watch, being able to watch porn whenever you want and not have to worry about it.
That too, yes. I do miss that as well. Very much so.
Well, you can do that now, but you get the plus side of you can get dick afterwards if you want it.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I personally like my alone time too. Masturbation is a great time for me. Yes, it leaves me a little more frustrated sometimes, but my alone time's fun. I don't get enough of it. Maybe that's why I like it. But anyway.
Well, go for it more often then.
I try, but I don't get the house to myself very often.
Yeah?
Well, just masturbate in front of the husband.
I want
Just be a
my
tease.
alone time. I could do that anytime. I do it anytime. Every time I walk out into the living room, I flash the husband. It's
Oh,
fun.
you tortured the poor man, I swear.
I do. It's my favorite thing. It's my pastime. I like being a tease, so I learned through life.
No, what you do is you just go in completely naked.
I also.
Wait a minute,
It's winter time. It's a little chilly.
You act
Well,
like she doesn't do
that's
that.
when he gets extra nip. That's when you get extra nip.
That's why I
Hold on,
flash
wait a minute. What's that? I think it's a Jennifer Aniston movie when she walks around naked in the house or something like that. That sounds like aura right there.
Occasionally, definitely summertime. I love just tormenting my husband. It's a good time. I like, honestly, only recently I've only been able to enjoy sex finally. Sex has been a very indifferent and not always a fun time. It is a simple thing that I do. That's it. I have a body, it performs duties, it makes the mistress happy. Okay, cool. I felt like an object a good part of my life. It took a very long time to get out of. Sex is sex. I'm happy to actually finally enjoy it though. It's been enough. I had to rebuild the bed.
I was gonna say there is a difference between just normal stuff and then actually enjoying intimacy with somebody that you truly love.
Oh,
There's a huge difference in that.
Oh yeah, and I love my husband, but I am still also very indifferent most of the time when sex with him. It is a duty at times.
Fair
Not all the
enough.
time, and it's a bad mindset. My husband hates it. I hate doing it to him because he just feels like trash because of it. And it's something we've been working a little bit more on. I gotten a little bit more adjustment on my medication, so that's been nice.
One step at a time.
Huh?
One step at a time. That's all it takes is just one step at a time.
Yep. We also found like KY jelly definitely helps with stuff, and we just spend time on the couch cuddling and having a good time. Take our time, no hurry. But also, I do enjoy my sex short and sweet.
Yeah, you did say that.
I'm not always up for a long. I'm not a fan of like a half an hour session of sex. Nah, not my thing. I like to get it super excited when it turns purple, and then get you off.
I don't think you would enjoy me when it's like I'm usually 30 minutes of eating her out.
I can't do oral. It is not a thing. It is a absolute turnoff. My husband hates it. My husband wants to. And I will tolerate occasionally just to make him happy, but it is not something I find any joy in. None.
My God.
It sucks.
Again, you're a rarity.
I was 7 for my first time.
That's understandable. There's some scars that just never go away. So
It's also the reason why I can't watch FIFO Goes West.
Wait, what?
I can't watch FIFO Goes West.
What's that?
FIFO? The little mouse that's coming from Europe or something and is traveling across the United States. a
Oh.
very cute little animation. I think there was 3 movies possibly. But yes, it was really cute, cute little mouse. Life lessons and stuff like that. Just a poor family. I think it was he was supposed to be a representative of a Jewish family coming to the United States and trying to find their way. I think was supposed to be the whole thing. So I don't know. Good movie, but yes, can't watch it. Which is okay because it doesn't really show up in my life. So
It is an old film.
it is a long film. It's
Old.
but I think that's like the only film that I can't stand. We still can't figure out why I can't handle Christmas very well either, but I've given up on caring about that one. We just prep for it. But Christmas is fun. I like giving gifts. I like being a gift goblin. My favorite thing to do is give people stuff.
So you like being that loot goblin like out of Borderlands, basically.
Yes! I mean, I've got like 3 friends that have literally, they came up with the name. It's like, okay, I'll accept it. So, yes, as the longer you get to know me, you will be gifted random and bizarre things that I've found across Steam.
This is true. This is definitely true.
I will do it in understanding it will probably never be played, but I found it funny and thought of you at that time.
This is also very much true.
I don't think Jay's played any of my games. God, I
I've
don't even
played
remember.
some of them. Pummel Party.
Yeah.
I haven't done the Sonic Team Racing,
Yes, I want to play
but that's
Sonic
because
Team.
that was supposed to be something that we were supposed to play together, but it just never happened.
I know, the stars don't align very often with us, and it makes me sad.
Well, no, that's because I'm an absolute workaholic and don't know how to stop.
Nah. One day, I want to get skied into it as well. Apparently,
Look.
we're not allowed to invite Q-Tip because Q-Tip is good.
Look, I am on a vacation technically until Wednesday.
I have
And even
tomorrow
spent
off.
half of today doing
'Cause I think...
combing over case files.
No! Play some Sonic. Sonic! Gotta go fast! But I am planning a Sonic sleeve at some point. Have you guys seen my Sonic tattoo?
Yes,
No.
you showed me.
Okay, shown. Actually, it's my email. I made sure to have an email. Where are you, Tails? Tails not in here. I didn't have to put Tails in here. Terrible you. How dare I? Fine, I'll go find it. No,
So,
not the butts.
Thank God a friend of mine doesn't remember this, but me and him made a drunk promise that we would get one of his Twitch emotes tattooed if he ever reached a certain number.
Ooh.
So he hasn't reached that certain number yet, but he's encroaching on that number of things.
So where are you gonna get tattooed on?
I'm putting it in Orca's Twitch chat now, because that's the only place I have this emote currently saved.
No, let me phrase that. Where are you gonna put it on you?
Oh,
Nowhere. I don't have the spot for it at all.
you gotta find
Like-
a spot. Put it on your
You can put it-
forehead.
You can put it on your taint.
I'm not gonna do that.
Do a tongue piercing.
There's
Come on,
one
Jay.
area I will never tattoo, and that is my dick.
That's hard.
You weren't ready for that one, huh?
I'm hacking up a stove over here. Damn.
Alright, I'll post this in
I've
general.
heard of tattoos.
And I've told Aura the
I've heard of tattoos being put of
my
every single.
tattoo journey
That's
so
so
far.
What? You've
Oh,
never seen a
tattoos.
tattoo on someone's taint before?
No, I have.
The taint? Hell no.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, that's where you get the Eye of Sauron most of the time.
Hold on, wait, do I have that picture up? Sitting looking butt stuff. Maybe I can post it there. I was just in the butt folder. But I don't think I have this one though. I think it's in a different
But yeah,
folder. It was
hopefully he
lost.
forgets that we made that problem.
Good luck. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
cover up a tattoo to get it. You
I'm
made
not
it.
gonna do that.
You're gonna make it.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm
Come
not
on.
gonna cover up anything I have on me.
Come on, put it on your foot.
Aura, I don't have any foot room left.
Come on, put it on the bottom of your foot. You don't have feeling anyways.
Yes, but I want them to last and remain on the body. Putting something on the bottom of the foot, it won't last.
Oh, come on.
It's the same reason why I'll never tattoo the palm of my hand.
Do you not understand how tattoos work?
They rub off.
No, I do. I do know how tattoos work, and there are places where they just won't last.
Well, last well.
You want it forgotten anyways. I had ADHD. What was I looking for?
You get it put on the bottom of your foot. Your
Oh,
friend's
that
emote.
terrible butt folder.
I'm not going to do that, because then that's also just disrespectful to our other friend who drew the.
Butts. Butts. Where is butts? Ah, I found butts. But I do not have that tattoo. Oh, no, I do not. Alright, cool. You're lucky you've been saved today. But I will post that butt tattoo. Enjoy. Yeah, there was a horrible tattoo I found on the internet. Never mind. Oh, I should find my fucking cell phone sometime. I have a whole bunch of stuff from Meat and Cheese. My favorite one was to send to people was a guy with the little tiny dick with a lighter through his Prince Albert with a bunch of piercings on his balls.
But yeah, I'm very picky with what I put on my body and where.
That was a fun picture. I like that one. I upset a lot
Sure,
of
she
people
know,
with it.
because I think I've told her about my tattoo journey of some of the tattoos that I have.
I think so. I know you had a horror sleeve.
It's not a sleeve. It's a 3-part tattoo that connects the ribs and the chest.
Ah.
Is it on your arm?
No,
Oh, okay. I just remembered
no,
it wrong.
it's on my ribs and on my chest.
Okay.
Okay, that's not a sleeve.
Nope, not a sleeve at all. Not at all. But it is a large tattoo. Okay. I just
As a
don't.
matter of fact, I don't have my arms fully done yet.
Oh, well, then you have a perfect spot for your
No, I
cute
don't.
little emo. It's gonna
Nope,
be
because I know what's
great.
going there. I just haven't gotten them.
Yes, I
You
know
can put it
that
on.
really
You can put
cute
the emote on the back of your hand.
No, because I know what I'm putting there, and it's not that.
Okay, behind your ear. No, shave your
No.
head and put it on top of your
Yes,
head.
shave
when
your
you-
head and put it
So
on
when
your
you get
head.
old and bald, your friend's emote come out and be like, "Oh, I remember back these days."
First
Come
of all,
on.
I'm not shaving my head.
Come on.
Obviously.
Second of all, no. Again, I'm hoping he forgets.
Yeah, but you
Who's
gotta
this
be
friend of
prepared
yours?
when he
Wait,
does it. Yeah.
Wait.
Hold on,
Did
wait,
he?
hold
Did,
on.
wait, or
Hold
did,
on.
did he use it in your chat, Aura?
Or knocking me out.
Did he use it in your chat? The emote. I'll show it to you.
Oh.
Click on it. You can see what channel it's from.
Follow. Okay, cool.
Okay. Do you know who it is?
Yes, I now have
Okay.
him on
Now,
follow.
now next time to go live, remind them of the promise.
There we go. I love you, Jay.
No, you don't.
You're
If
good
you
at
truly
tattoo.
loved me, you wouldn't remind me.
Enjoy the tattoo.
As a matter
I'll
of fact,
remind
I'm
him.
hoping you don't.
I'll remind them.
Please don't.
You can get it as a tramp stamp.
Oh.
Not gonna happen. I don't.
Oh, he's been playing a lot
I
of Dead
don't-
by Daylight.
Yeah, he does. From time to time.
All right.
Alright, he's been found.
All right. You want to go do the thing?
Oh yeah, we gotta go do the thing. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and stream here, my darlings. I hope you guys enjoyed, or at least got some information out of all that ramblings. Loves you all.
Do what thing?